Fans, welcome to Grizzly Nation. Here we are with GTV Sports. I'm Al Potvin, voice of the Grizzlies, joined as always by Scott Gross. Scott, what an unbelievable day to start.
Holy cow, 85 degrees today.
It's 85, sunny. The field is probably in the best conditions that we've seen all year. We're taking on the 2-3 Clippers from Portsmouth, and the Grizzlies are 3-0 all ready to start the year.
And the most beautiful thing is we're in the student sections, who's going to make a lot of noise now.
A lot of noise.
So we got a big game here in Goffstown. We're 3-0. This is kind of like a trap game, to be honest with you.
You don't want to underestimate the Clippers by any stretch of the imagination. Rumors are telling us their quarterback is known to be slippery. He's running around all over the place. It's going to be elusive. On top of that, we lost one of our best linebackers, Jake Brown, number 52. He's injured with a foot injury. In for him will be sophomore number 30, Brad Baxter. He'll be big shoes to fill today. Yeah,
so the big test today for Goffstown is going to be in their secondary. We got a very slippery quarterback, as you said. He throws the ball about 50 yards. So very important for St. Ange and Chouinard and Duval to stay on their assignments. Real big.
Chouinard coming off a big game, big interception last week. Duval with a big interception last week. But let's take a quick recap of the game last week. I mean, the big star of the game was the mailman. He's delivering all over the place. He's delivering packages. He had a touchdown run, and he also threw for a touchdown on that fancy little play.
So he scored how many touchdowns?
How many touchdowns? 2 touchdowns?
2 touchdowns.
How many touchdowns? Good. And then Charlie Keith didn't let him get outdude. Charlie Keith, 2 touchdowns? So Charlie Keith's been setting up. The defense has been setting up all along.
Yeah, the defense has really been, I think, the story. They held Exeter to almost, I think it was 106 yards.
105 yards to hold Exeter, who is a predominant running team year in, year out. They're going to tell you they're going to run the ball, but it's one thing that you can stop them. That's exactly what the Grizzlies did. They stopped them right in their tracks.
Yeah, and the key to Goffstown has been their offensive and defensive line. I mean, they've had a lot of shake-up there, but these guys are playing both ways. Some of them, Evan Cuddy's going offense, defense. Adam Moses played an unbelievable game against Exeter.
Yeah, got a write-up for defensive lineman of the year of the country, actually. So, strong defense. We called it from the very beginning in the preseason. We said the defense is going to be one of the strongest parts of the game for the Grizzlies, and we're going to see what the Clippers can do. My prediction is 34-6 Grizzlies.
Yeah, I don't make predictions, but I think Goffstown will win by at least 2 touchdowns.
Fantastic. Thanks for tuning in. This is GTV Sports. Goodbye, Grizzly Nation. Welcome, Grizzly Nation, to Week 4 of high school football here in the Granite State. Scott, what a game it is today. What a beautiful day to start.
We've been really fortunate so far, Al. I mean, the weather has really cooperated. Today is a very unusual. They're saying that it could break records in Concord today. So we're going to probably about 85 degrees, which is going to be important for both these teams to stay hydrated.
Yep. We're just waiting for the Grizzlies to take the field. They're doing their little pregame ritual, and here come the Grizzlies. Here they come, led by Evan Cuddy. Boy, he was a dominant force last week, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was kind of a difference maker, Alan, because they really needed to put some beef on that line, that defensive line, and people like him and Moses and a lot of these guys, they just did such a good job.
Yeah, the linemen really did a super job for the Grizzlies last week in their big win, 28-7 over the Blue Hawks of Exeter. Today we find ourselves playing the 2-1 Clippers, and under beautiful sky, beautiful conditions. Like we've said, the field is impeccable.
Yeah, so, Alan, I think we're going to take a little bit of a break here while they do the national anthem and do some other festivities. But we want to, I guess, catch the team coming out into the field.
We are just about getting ready to kick things off. The captains just flipped a coin, and, Scott, it looks like the Grizzlies have won the toss, and they've elected to defer.
Yeah, so that's I think Goffstown actually prefers to start off on defense when they can. Their defense is definitely really, you said they're strong.
They're real strong. And, Scott, that's probably not a bad idea. Build some momentum however you can.
Yeah.
And this way it leads the half, too, that we get the ball at the half, which is not a bad thing to do.
So as we talk about two different schools here, Portsmouth and Goffstown, when you think of that rivalry, you think of baseball.
Sure.
And I'll tell you, for the last probably 4 out of 5 years, Portsmouth and Goffstown have faced off in either semifinal, quarterfinal, or final games for Division II
both
baseball.
dominating.
Yeah, dominant teams. And I think if you look at the Little League, thing, that same thing. I mean, Portsmouth and Goffstown are always in it. Bedford is kind of always in it. And then that talent kind of transfers. So a little bit of a different story with football this year. So Portsmouth comes in 2-1. Goffstown comes in at 3-0. But more than likely, Goffstown is ranked number 2 in the state right now.
Yep. All alone.
Portsmouth is unranked.
Behind Salem.
Right.
And here we are getting ready to kick off with, it's got to be at least 85 degrees. Like you mentioned, Scott, we want to make sure everyone's hydrated. Fans, this is GTV Sports coming live. Live for us. You'll be watching it taped here at the Grizzly Den. Gibson getting ready to kick things off. Excellent kick all the way deep. Portsmouth will have it right at the goal line. And he gets a blocker.
Missed
He's
tackle.
running to the outside. Yep, wrapped him up right away. Looked like number 50. Is that 53? Trevor Post kind of had a fistful of
Trevor
jersey.
Post is he plays line.
Yeah.
So,
Tackled by number 33, Jack Stinnett.
Alan, it is so sunny here at the field that it's almost hard to see the yard lines.
Yeah.
That's how sunny it is.
Clippers getting ready to kick things off at quarterback. Looks like it's number 9, Cody Graham. He is a senior for the Clippers. In the backfield, he has number 44, Will Connor. That's Crowell. Keeps it himself. Short pass out to the right side. Eludes a tackler. Coming out. Picked up about 8-9 yards on the play. Finally brought down by number 5, Joey Poisson.
And that's really a story for Portsmouth, is that they like to scramble their quarterback and they like to throw the ball. So it's going to be a lot of pressure on the cornerbacks, linebackers, and safeties. Obviously, you want to get a pass rush too, but that's where this game is going to be held today.
And folks, keep a special outside linebacker number 30, Brad Baxter, filling in for Jake Brown. He got a big shoes to fill. Small guy as a sophomore, but I guess. Oh, nice tackle by Duvall, ripping him down. He's still on his feet. That was number 81. That's Hunter Adams, another senior for the Clippers.
And that's, Duval just tracked that one. As soon as that ball was handed off, he tracked it, and he hit that gap. So that's one of the things that Duval's going to have to be very careful of, is if he bites on a run and that ball goes deep, it's a one-on-one coverage for those cornerbacks in St. Ange and Chouinard.
Well, we're going to certainly see. I think already this is a more passing game than the Blue Hawks had. So we know that Graham is not going to be afraid to throw the ball. Crowell in motion. Right off to the left side on the carry again is number 44. That's Will Connor.
It's kind of hard to see because where we're situated, I think he might be a little shy, but it's going to be 4th down and about a yard.
Grizzlies defense is true to their form, keeping things tight. Not giving up a big play.
So they're going to look for a measurement here. It looked like it was a little shy, but again, it's really hard to tell from where we're positioned and also the sun glare.
Scott, just a quick observation from our end. It just seems like the Clippers are a little, I don't know. Scott, how do you put your finger on it? It just doesn't look like they're too smooth on working their plays out, would you say?
Oh, it's hard to tell. I mean, it's only been 3 or 4 plays, but it looks like it is almost slow motion.
Yeah. Okay, so we're noticing a little bit of a difference, right?
Yep.
That's a good way to put it. It's almost like slow motion.
But, slow motion got him a 1st down, so.
It did.
Portsmouth has 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Yeah, I don't quite think it's the 29, Scott. Well, yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, that's the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Clippers. Clippers offense has 3 wideouts at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the very top. Grizzlies are in red, moving right to left across your screen. Rolling right, Clipper quarterback. He's under Poisson, a lot of pursuit. He throws it up. Pass is incomplete. On the coverage is number 3, Coleman Handrahan. Pass was intended for number 86, Kevin Russo.
And the key to that one was Poisson. He kind of get in the backfield pretty easily.
Yeah.
I'm going to think that in practice, what they focused on was, trying to mirror the quarterback for Portsmouth, because you don't want to get, you want a linebacker continuously on him so it doesn't scramble.
Yeah. They said that Graham is a scrambling quarterback, and again, scrambling quarterback against Memorial and Spalding is a little bit different than scrambling against the Grizzlies. Graham keeps it himself, dodges up the middle, really nowhere to go. Maybe a pickup of maybe 1 yard on the play, maybe 2.
Yeah, a couple yards maybe. And you're looking at, that is the Portsmouth offense right there. It's a couple of handoffs here and there, a couple of fake handoffs, and it's really play action.
Yeah, it's really not a whole heck of a lot. I'm not overly impressed.
So now it'll be a 3rd and 7. Again, big pressure on St. Ange and Chouinard. They got to cover their guys well.
Graham in the shotgun.
Comes a blitz.
He dodges one. Pass is intended. That is incomplete. Looks like that's number 17 was the intended receiver, Oscar Lalime. We're going to have a first Grizzlies possession. The punting unit for the Clippers will come on out.
The key in that play, Alan, was a blitz. Forced Graham to throw the ball, and he threw it a little bit behind his receiver.
Yep. And again, not that crisp. I'm not, I'm excited to see what the Grizzlies offense are going to do. Setback is Connor Chenard and Andrew Duval at about their own 35-yard line. Snap is good, under pressure, end over end, drops at the 45-yard line. Taken by Duval. He's running out to the top of the screen.
This could be trouble for them.
Back right to the middle, across midfield. He's still on his feet. He's looking for blockers. He's down at about the 35-yard line. Excellent return. About 25-yard punt return for Duval.
Yeah, that's another one for the highlight reel.
Yeah, I really think he's going to have a field day if they continue to give him the ball. But, again, Scott, this might be an opportunity for the Grizzlies to spread things out a little bit too.
Yeah, so speaking of Duval, I was reading the Union Leader on Sunday after the Exeter game, or maybe it was Saturday, and Bill Ball
said he's probably the best player in the state.
And you know something from Bill Ball? That says a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So hopefully Andrew Duval is getting some good looks at Division I programs. He certainly has got the talent.
From what I'm hearing, it's actually in that Division I conversation, which is terrific. The other Division I athlete we see is Chris Garrison playing wide receiver for Boston College
saw
Eagles.
Him on TV, caught a couple of catches.
Charlie Keith in the shotgun with Stinnett. Charlie keeps it himself, looking for a quick pass. Has Duval across the middle. He's still on his feet. Across the 20. He's down at about the 15-yard line, Scott.
Yeah, and that was a tough catch, by the way. It was a little bit low. He scooped it up, evaded a tackle or two. You got to tackle him low, by the way.
Yeah, you take his feet right from under him. Keith in the shotgun again. This time keeps it himself, bumps to the outside. He's still on his feet. They're having a hard time bringing him down, and that's a lot of gain of yardage on that play for just not being able to take him down off his feet.
Well, what happened was they're trying to arm tackle these guys.
And they're grabbing him up by the shoulders.
They're grabbing him way too high. And Charlie Keith, as we talked about, he's got great legs, and he has strong legs.
Charlie keeps it himself right up the middle. He gets gobbled up by the Clippers on that one.
Number 2, Charlie Keith on the carry. Tackled by number 44, Will Connor. No gain, 3rd and 3.
Keith and Stinnett, bottom of the screen. Duval, Chenard, Putnam. Stinnett gets it. He's reaching. I think he's down at about the 3 or the 2-yard line.
That's going to be close.
Scott, dare I say that the Grizzlies are doing this with ease. They look, the momentum is certainly.
It's going to be 4th down and short.
4th and goal, right? The ball's on about the.
It's not a goal situation. It's like a 4th down on. It's like on the.
Yeah, you're right. I think they can get a
7th,
first down,
right?
and they'll be like within a yard or two for 4 times.
So they're looking to get a measurement here.
Yeah, I think it's going to be short.
Yeah.
But, Scott, the Grizzlies are certainly like they're playing downhill.
Yeah,
here.
they are.
I mean, this is.
They're going to be about a football shy.
Yeah, they're going to be.
Right?
I even think just a nose shy. I mean, it's. Nonetheless, it's shy, but I think the Grizzlies are just going to put it in here. They're not going to worry about the first down. They're at about the 4-yard line, looks like. Yeah, Scott, the one thing, that the field is not marked, huh?
No, I think it is marked, but, Alan, it is so bright that the glare is just such that we can't see the yard lines.
Charlie, bad snap, low snap, get on it. He gobbled it up. He's got it.
Now Portsmouth will take over on down. So that was a very, very inopportune time for a fumble as Goffstown was headed for a potential score there.
Yeah, the Grizzlies defense is pinning the Clippers right in the back of the end zone almost. So
we've got 10-yard line they're at. So.
Yeah. Is it the 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Goffstown's miscue cost them putting some points on the board, and they were driving.
Yeah, they were driving with ease. Graham in the shotgun. Bad snap. Handed off to 44 again. That's Connor.
Yep.
Just falls to his knees and gobbled up by the Grizzly defense.
You know, like you said, I mean, it's hot up here just in the press box for crying out loud, much less on the field. So these guys are better stay hydrated. So that was about a loss of 2 on that play.
That was a loss of 2.
Yep.
2nd and 12 for the Clippers. Grizzlies defense being stingy. Taking his time is Graham. Rolling to his left this time. He's looking. He's going deep.
Deep pass.
A lot of defenders there. Intercepted by Duval if he stayed in bounds.
Acrobatic catch by Duval.
Yeah, he's in bounds. He's at about the 35-yard line. Grizzlies will be 1st and 10.
I tell you, he gets up there in the air.
He has some hops.
He's got a vertical leap.
He has some hops, no question about it. Well, you know, when you're in the mailman, you got to jump over those snowbanks, you know, and you got to deliver that package.
Maybe you're right, but
you know, he's getting practice out there.
I'll tell you though, I'm going to say this. It's so important for a player like Duval, who's playing both ways right now. He has got to be drinking water and
you're going to see people bend over. They're going to have cramps. Charlie Keith to Stinnett right up the middle.
Nothing.
Now, that's a gang tackle there, led by number 50, it appears. That is Thomas Lalime. He's a senior for the Clippers.
Tackled by number 50, Thomas Lalime.
We've called his name a couple of times,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
No gain on that play. A gain of 1.
So it looks like, you know, Portsmouth defensive line. Look how many guys are in the box.
Yeah.
Okay? You've got probably 8 guys
I think they read the paper too, and they hear all the news about Stinnett running all over the place. Keith rolling to his left, looking downfield, looking for an open receiver, staying over that line of scrimmage. Short little pass to Putnam. Pass is complete. 1st down and more.
Beautiful play.
At about the 22-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down.
You know, this
Flag
is
on the field, Scott.
This is like watching slow-mo football, my friends.
It really is. This is nothing like last week, but there's a flag on the field.
With that much, it could be a hold, with that much time that was going on.
It is against the Grizzlies. That's going to come back.
You know what I'm saying now? That play was took 10 seconds to
really
develop.
Did you see how careful Charlie was to stay on the line of scrimmage? What did he say?
That brings up the Goffstown 1st down.
Can you move it down like a little bit? Okay, thanks. Because I'm in his
All right, Scott.
shot.
Looks like the Grizzlies have a 1st down. They picked up the flag. 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. 6.5 minutes here remaining in the 1st quarter. At a steamy Grizzly den. Keith calls for it. Keeps it himself. Runs right up the middle.
He gets about 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Tackled by number 81.
We're talking all about this hydration, Scott. I better stay hydrated myself.
Yeah, on that previous play where they picked up the flag, you know, when that play takes 10 seconds to develop, you have to worry about linemen going downfield. There's a lot of things that can happen on that. So they're on their 18-yard line, I should say, of Portsmouth's 18-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
Duval is in motion. Keith keeps it himself. Bumps to the middle. Bumps to the outside. He's picked up about maybe 3 more yards. Looks like he's at about the 15-yard line. Might be about 5 yards short, Scott.
Yep. And on that one, I got to give credit to Portsmouth here. They are jamming up the middle.
They're doing an excellent job keeping the middle tight.
So I'm curious if we're going to see some run sweeps.
How about that little slant pass that we just had to Duval right here? It'd be in the end zone. Maybe we're going to see that.
Or you got one-on-one with Colby Putnam.
Keith looking to pass. 2 steps back. Quick pass out to Stinnett. He's wide open. Gets a blocker. He's in the end zone. That is a Grizzly touchdown. There's no laundry on the field. Grizzly strike first.
I tell you, you can watch this on replay, but I think that Colby Putnam was this close to blocking too early on that.
Really?
But yeah.
Well, he got a clean block. There's no laundry on the field, Scott. That's 6 points for the Grizzlies. That'll keep the clock moving on a steamy Saturday morning. here in September.
And that's like a wide receiver screen type play.
Yeah.
And you got to be careful that you don't block too quickly. And I think that one was a questionable
Kicking
one.
the extra point for the Grizzlies is Brad Minnick. Kick is up. Looks easily. And it's good. Grizzlies 7-0 over the Clippers here in Goffstown for Week 4 football in New Hampshire.
So Stinnett, once again, he's scoring a lot of touchdowns, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like every game he's scoring at least one.
But that was, that was a nice little short pass. So that was about an 8-yard pass, was it?
I think it was a little more than that. I think it was like 18.
Was it?
Yeah. So I thought that was on the 18-yard line, a 3rd and 6 play. You know, if we paid more money, Alan, we would have statisticians. We would have all the the graphics packages.
Exactly. Yeah. What do you think a statistician costs?
I don't know. I think maybe we can go to AP Stats class and get somebody.
Boy, Scott, I'm going to tell you, this is hot. This is hot. We got a volunteer stepping up for our stats. Gibson getting ready, set to kick things off. With 5 minutes, 11 seconds in the first quarter, your Grizzlies lead 7-0.
You know, if it weren't for that muffed snap, could have been another score too. So
Set back to receive for the Clippers is number 14, Jack Russo. He's also the backup quarterback for the Clippers. And number 11, that's Jacob Booten.
another nice kick.
Right up towards the sideline, and he's at about the 22-yard line. Going to be brought down by a lot of Grizzlies.
Tell you, Alan, Gibson's done a nice job with the kicking.
Yep.
And so is, Brad Minnick is another kicker for Goffstown, and I guess they're trying to platoon these guys to see, who can do what. I think Gibson is the guy in the kickoffs. I think Minnick might be the guy in the long field goals, but.
Oh, that was the interception by Duvall that set that up, right?
Yes. Yeah. And he also had a really nice block on that on that touchdown by Stinnett, as did Putnam. It's like another blitz coming.
Yep. Graham, sit back, rolling to his right, quick pass across the middle, brought down immediately at about the 31-yard line by Justin Pernard. That's 5-5 on the tackle.
Yeah, I think the key for Goffstown is that we know that Cody Graham's going to throw the ball. The key is that we have to get pressure on Graham, and you got to keep him, kind of contained. But you saw what he does. He throws the ball up, and we got athletes on this team. They'll pick it off if you do that.
At the 32-yard line.
Graham trying to check his signals. Scott, who's in the backfield with him? Is that Connor?
That was a blitz. Got picked up nicely.
Yeah, he still has the ball. Graham off to the sideline.
And that was Heidenreich, I think, who got the tackle on that one.
Picked up about. That's a first down, or it's going to be very close to a first down, Scott.
I thought he lost yards, no? Maybe not. You're right. You're right. He got
It is
two.
very
it's
close.
It's going to be really close. They're going to have to measure this one.
Yeah, they're not measuring, so it's maybe a half a yard shy.
They gave Moses that tackle? I thought it was Heidenreich.
At the Clippers' 34-yard line.
In
That's
motion, yep.
And he
Handed up,
gets
he
stuffed.
tripped up. That's, oh boy, who is that? That's Evan Cuddy, number 78, coming up at the bottom of the pile. Nice tackle from
sliced
behind.
through that gap. So now this will be a curious call for Portsmouth. They're on their own 34-yard line. It's a 4th down and 1, and I think they're going to
send out their punting unit, yeah.
With this Goffstown offense, I think you got to be careful
Scott,
not to give a good field
this
position.
is just an example of being overmatched. The Clippers are just overmatched by the Grizzlies on defense and on offense. We're under 4 minutes here in the first period. First quarter. Scott, I'm going to a hockey game after this. I got hockey on my mind already.
That's excellent because it'll be really cool in that arena. You have Handrahan here. He could block this potentially. Wow, he almost had a chance.
Short kick. Clean up, bobbled it. It's Duvall. Oh my gosh, the Clippers have it.
And that's
bobbled it off his shoulder.
You don't see that often.
No,
a mistake by Duval.
That's number 10. That's Cole Brams taking advantage of the miscue by Duvall. Ball is at the 40-yard line. They'll be 1st and 10 on the Grizzlies.
You also wonder, you got to give the guy a chance to catch the ball, and the Portsmouth defender was like right on him. I'm not saying that it was too close, but he was pretty close.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. We'll have to take a peek at that in slow-mo.
Yeah. So it'll be a first down at the 40-yard line of Goffstown for Portsmouth. Big turnover. It's the second one.
Graham with Booten. Graham off to the left. Races. He's off to the left. Going deep. Passes up. Shanad is there with the deflection at the last minute. Pass was intended for number 17, Oscar Lalime.
So a couple of things on that play. We saw the speed of Graham to break a tackle. He can throw the ball really deep. On that one, Chouinard got beat.
He did.
But he recovered.
And he had his arm right up at the right time.
And Duval was there as well, but that could have been a big play. That play is there for Portsmouth. But, again, it's all going to be based upon the cornerbacks for Goffstown, and they tested Chouinard on that one.
Graham and Connor in the backfield, 4 wide receivers for the Clippers. He's looking right. He's going right. Short pass. Missed by Handrahan, tackled by Poisson and St. Ange. Brought down after a gain of about 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, so a missed tackle by Handrahan cost the Goffstown. They would have been able to stuff him for even almost a loss.
Yeah, that would, or right at the line of scrimmage for sure. Brings up about 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 it appears.
And Alan, this is 2-down territory for Portsmouth. They're
Sure.
on Goffstown's 35. They're not going to punt it here. This is their best field position all game.
Yep. Graham, 4 receivers, 3 on the top of your screen, 1 down at the bottom. Connor in the backfield. Under a lot of pressure right away by the sophomore. Oh,
he eludes
just
a tackle.
eludes by Cuddy. He's still on his feet, out of bounds after he picks up the first gain.
So Baxter got beat, and once again, Handrahan got beat.
Yeah, the good pressure by Baxter and Cuddy, just couldn't hold on.
So this is really the bread and butter for Portsmouth, especially their quarterback, who's quite, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Cody Graham is really elusive, so he gets a first down on his own.
Yep. Yeah, that was all on his own.
Yeah. So really what their play is
let him decide.
Basically let him run around and then look for the open guy.
Graham in the shotgun. Quick pass out to the top of the screen.
That's a receiver screen
He's coming
play.
right back to the middle.
Missed tackle,
Eludes by Adams.
Crazy.
Finally brought down by 5'5". That's Pernard on the tackle. I don't know. Scott, maybe a gain of about 1 yard on that play. We're going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Clippers.
We know the coaching staff at Goffstown pretty well. They're not happy with the missed tackles right now.
No, the Grizzlies, Scott,
uncharacteristic.
Like you said, it could be certainly the heat.
Yeah. It's very uncharacteristic, though.
Yeah, they're usually a low tackling team below the waist. That's Connor right up the middle. Stuffed right away immediately. There's a tackle for you, Scott. That's 5'5" again. That's Pernard. Excellent tackle. He's having a dandy game already, up to about 3 or 4 tackles on the day.
No gain on that play. Brings up 3rd and 8 from the Grizzlies' 25-yard line.
Yeah, once again, this is 4th down territory for Portsmouth, so they don't need to get the full 8, but they need to get close to it.
Yeah, Scott, I think this is where you're going to see Graham scramble again.
Yeah.
That's where they're having their success. That's where they're going to go with the play.
And Duval's got to stay deep. He's got to stay deep for that ball that gets thrown downfield.
Graham, look
another
at the pass.
That's a hold.
That's a
hold on
the
22. Or
quick pass across the middle. It is complete.
That's a touchdown almost.
Is he in, or is he? If he's not in, he's at the 1.
1 yard line. That was a hold, right in front of our eyes.
Scott, yeah, that was really big, obvious hold there. I don't know what's going on with that non-call.
When you put your arms, don't give a bear hug.
Yeah, and then you throw him to the ground.
Yeah.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
At the 2 of the Clippers, 1st and goal.
So Goffstown's in a little bit of trouble here. Cody Graham has really put the team on his back right now. This is all Cody Graham.
Yep.
And that's going to be either encroachment by Goffstown.
That's going to be a false start, I think.
We hope it's that, but I think that a Goffstown player might have crossed the neutral zone. Let's see. Encroachment, yep.
Well, they're going to move it half the distance of the goal, probably, right. Scott. They'll be on the 1 yard line with 1st down.
Yeah, that's not a bad penalty. What they're trying to do here is they're trying to time the snap.
Sure.
To get a loss. They're trying to get into the backfield as soon as possible. If I was Goffstown, I blitz like 3 guys right at him.
Send everybody in.
Send the house. Let them make a play.
Send everybody and Frank McBride.
Yep.
Send them all in. High snap. Oh, he's in the end zone.
He is in. Touchdown.
That's Cody Graham for the Clippers. That's touchdown. That's 6 points. As they are just under 1 minute here left to play in the first quarter. Clippers are on the scoreboard 7-6. We'll see if they go for 1 or go for the 2-point conversion.
They'll probably kick it. It's early on in the game. So that was
Yep.
Really opportunity that Portsmouth seized upon, based upon that turnover.
Going for the extra point. Kick is up.
That's blocked, and it's over though.
It's still good.
Still good.
We got a tie ball game here at the Grizzly Den in Goffstown. Week 4, Goffstown, New Hampshire football. 7-7, the Grizzlies a tie with the Clippers. Scott, I'm still not really convinced and really scared right now. I know it's the first quarter, but I'm not sold on the Clipper offense.
I'm not sold on the Clipper offense, but Goffstown's miscues, the fumble, pretty much when they're knocking on the door, and then the miscue on the punt. They had an opportunity to maybe pick up another touchdown. It could have been easily 14-0.
Yep.
Getting the ball back. So
it's not only 14-0, but it's 14, and the Clippers don't get the opportunity to score the ball.
Right. Now, has Portsmouth demonstrated that they can stop Goffstown's offense? No, they have not. Have we proven that we can stop their offense a little bit?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Favor, ultimately, Grizzlies.
Yep, I do. I would agree. But you know what? The longer a team like Portsmouth hangs around, the more pressure it is on a team like Goffstown. So let's see what we see on this kickoff.
On that defensive stand, however, Scott, I would say the all-star on the defense would definitely be Justin Pennard.
Yep.
In on about 4 tackles on the play. Aggressive, trying to get the penetration. Evan Cuddy did a good job putting a lot of pressure numerous times on that quarterback, and even we saw some pressure from the sophomore linebacker, Baxter.
Yep, Brad Baxter. You know, I also think the story of that drive for Goffstown's defense was the missed tackles.
Yeah, that's going to be a short kick. That's Jack Stinnett is going to let it bounce. Grab that ball. Has it. Going right up the middle. Still on his feet. Twisting and turning. Ducking and diving. He's down at about the 40-yard line. Grizzlies will be first and 10 from their 40.
And again, for me, if I'm Portsmouth, that's a good play because you don't want to kick it to the deep return guys for Goffstown with those razzle-dazzle plays.
Yeah. Boy, that kicker, though, Scott, I mean, he looks like he's in 7th grade. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I mean, you get Cuddy coming in, rushing on that. He could really ruin his day.
Well, take a look at we don't have the weights. They don't put the weights, but number 74 for Portsmouth, he's kind of a big guy.
74 is he on the field?
Yeah, he's a pretty big guy.
Yeah.
And I don't know who's playing nose, but we'll try to get his name soon.
Keith keeps it himself, goes right through the middle into the secondary, picked up 9 yards on the play. Grizzlies will be second and short. Great play by Charlie, keeping it himself. Had Jack.
It's about
looks like it's 2nd and 3, 7 yards. We're going to drain out the first quarter. We're going to have a stop in action. I don't think the Grizzlies will get something off here. I think they're going to take a break, Scott. 15 seconds.
I think I would, only because it's so hot.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to run a play if you don't have to.
Nope. We're under 10 seconds now.
And you'll be fine. Yep. So they're going to be content to just switch sides of the field. And that's a good move by Coach Huff because
make sure everyone's lubricated
and
liquidated and ready to go. Scott, that was a fairly quick quarter, though, right?
Yeah,
right?
It was. It was a very quick quarter, and I think what it was predominantly was it was dominated by Goffstown for the most part, but those 2 miscues.
That's all it takes.
The fumble, a bad snap and a fumble.
Yep. And like Scott, again, this is high school football. Miscue here and there, and all of a sudden it's a different game.
Portsmouth, same thing. I mean, they throw an interception to Duval, and we score on that. So,
well, the stands are quiet, Scott. Not much action in the stands today. Portsmouth doesn't appear to be a traveling team.
It's not surprising on a day that's 85 degrees, and if you have an hour drive.
And if you're in Portsmouth, you're thinking, I'm going to go to the beach today.
Exactly.
And that's where I'd like to be right now, Scott. But I got this and then a hockey game. A fresh 12 minutes are on the clock here at the Grizzly Den.
I can tell you right now that if you're Goffstown, this is a really important drive for you because you want to show.
Can I say what to do here? First down, Jared Heidenreich, mismatch, go deep, 40 yards, get a touchdown. Let's just send a message.
Well, speak of not the devil, but it's not nice to say, but he's right in front of us.
He's right in front of us. Here's Jared right there, right in front of us.
It's a term, I guess, that you use. But
we have a different setup formation here. Could this be the trickery play? No. That's Stinnett up the middle, picking up about
He is going to be shy by a
Yeah.
yard. And I have to say,
pick up about 2 yards on the play.
the runs up the middle have not been all that successful for
No.
Goffstown. I mean, they have not.
Well, I think you're right. I think Portsmouth is stacking the box, filling the gaps, filling the holes, and making the Grizzlies beat them a different way.
Right. They're basically saying beat us on the pass. If you look
Right.
at this, I mean.
That's Duvall in motion. We
That's
got a
gonna
flag
be
down.
Procedure. That's us. That's movement by us. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty, 3rd and 6.
False start
Yep.
on the Grizzlies.
Again, that's an inopportune time with a 3rd down and 1. That takes you out of a running situation.
Brings up 3rd and 6. From the 42-yard line.
So they're going to have to switch up the play because the other one was to only pick up 1 yard. Now they got to pick up 6 yards.
Keith rolling to his left immediately, looking downfield, going really deep. Oh, a leaping Connor Chenard, one hand out of his reach. Pass is incomplete. Scott, I mean, there was no other option on that play. I mean, that was to Carter from the get-go.
Right. Well, there was no other people that looked like they were even in, going to be getting that ball. So
Set to punt for the Grizzlies, number 57, Eric Lefebvre, set back at about the 30-yard line. Set back to receive.
want a good snap here.
Number 14, that's Jack Russo. All alone is Jack Russo for the Clippers. High snap, Lefebvre. Excellent high kick, giving the Grizzlies a lot of time. Fair catch. That's Russo. Clippers
So-
will be 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line.
If you'll note on that one, he had some difficulty on that. The sun is really tough.
You mean Russo, the receiver?
Yeah, Russo on that play. So maybe that's what happened with Duval, but the
Yeah.
sun, I'm looking at it right now, and,
Yeah, the
and the
sun's-
sun
yeah.
is pretty tough for those kick returns. So Portsmouth is in this game pretty good.
No question about it.
7-7 under around 11 minutes to go till halftime.
Graham and Connor in the backfield. 3 wide receivers, 1 in motion.
That's going to be a pass.
Yep. He's scrambling. He's in the pocket. Passes high. It's incomplete. Almost gobbled up by Duvall.
But he's open.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
I will say that if he caught that pass, he would have been wrecked.
He was
by
going to get
Duvall.
hammered. I understand that, but the whole offense here is to give Cody Graham to let him scramble and find an open receiver, which means your corner's got a lot of pressure.
Yep. 2nd and 10 for the Clippers from their own 28. That's Graham. He's rolling to the right. Pitches it over to 44. That's Connor. He's coming
cuts it
right back
back.
towards the middle. Nowhere to go. There's a
And
flag on the
a
field.
Block in the back, more
Yeah.
than likely.
I think Coleman was blocked in the back.
By number 72, Dan Gravett.
I don't know if you necessarily take this penalty because I don't know.
There's a holding call on that play on Portsmouth.
It's either a 3rd and 10 or it'll be a 2nd and 20. So
I'll go 3rd and 10.
I go 3rd and 10 too, but let's see. But
Or second and did you say 2nd and 20?
yeah.
That wouldn't be bad to pin them all the way
Well,
back. You're going to get good field position if you
Yeah.
stop them.
Well, they were already moving it back.
Yeah.
So.
There's a 10-yard penalty.
Wow.
on Portsmouth.
So they'll be on the 14-yard line.
Yep. They said about the 14. That's a long way to go for the Clippers.
Second down, 23 yards to go.
Yeah. So far, the scoreboard operator hasn't updated it.
No. There we go. 2nd and 23. Ball is on the 14 of the Clippers. 10:30 in the second quarter. Graham immediately rolling to his right, staying in the pocket, looking, staying there, going
Big throw.
real deep. St. Ange is there. St. Ange was beat. He's down at the 50, but there's a flag on the play.
Was it a push-off?
I think they're going to call that an incomplete pass. They waved it off.
No, was it a push-off? He caught the ball, but did he push off in the process? Because it's either Chouinard did something or the receiver pushed off, but
Push off.
Yep.
Yep, pass interference. That's offensive pass interference. Excellent call, Scott. What a break in the back by the Clippers. They appeared to be wide open, but the reason he was open, Scott, he was pushed.
Yeah, I mean, but this is what we talked about in pregame, is that, this guy can throw the ball.
Yeah.
He's probably, in terms of his arm strength, best quarterback we've seen.
Yeah.
Arm strength-wise.
Yeah, I mean, he just threw that ball about 20, 30 yards.
Effortless.
Yeah.
So,
sorry.
They bring it back even. Second and 32.
Second and 32.
But this is another opportunity here for Goffstown, to trap him, get the ball back.
That's what we thought the last time, and he just threw it for 40 yards. Graham staying in the pocket. Pocket passer, keeping on his feet. He's looking to pass. He's under pursuit. Under a lot of pressure.
They got to tackle him.
Tackle him.
Yeah.
Finally brought down by number 5, Joey Poisson. And he picked up about maybe 20 yards on the play, Scott. He's got about 10 yards to go. Maybe 13 yards.
One of the things that's on this is that, you got Moses, who's like really great against the run.
Yeah.
But on a passing situation, with a scrambling quarterback, he's not as effective. He's going to get real winded.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting in the backfield, but
yeah, he's going to be doing a lot of running today. Graham all alone in the backfield. 4 receivers set. Staying in the pocket. Again, pocket passing. He's been their effectiveness. Passes deep. Duvall is there. Duvall comes down with it.
He could not get it.
No.
And he hurt himself, I think.
No, that's number 21 that's down. That's Owen Kane.
Yeah, I was worried a little bit about Duvall's wrist on that.
Scott, it looked like he had it in the I thought the ground can't cause a fumble.
No, he didn't catch it.
Yeah, it looked like
not
he
on
caught
that.
it. Didn't it look like it right here?
No, what I'm trying to say is that the receiver's supposed to catch it. If a running back falls down in the ground and the ball comes up to the ground, then it's the ground can't cause a fumble.
Yeah.
So hopefully number 21 is okay. I think he is. That's Owen Kane. I got the wind knocked out of him.
4th and 13 for the Clippers. Ball is on their own 25. They've struggled on this possession for sure.
See, I spread out these guys.
Here's the punt. Oh,
bad
right
punt.
through
Watch
bad
out!
Punt.
Watch out! Watch out! Let it go. Just let it go. Let it go.
Yep.
And he gets so lucky on that.
Yeah, that it didn't hit him. Grizzlies will take over 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line after we saw a line drive of a missile of a punt.
That was like, I call that a lamb shank.
Yeah, because
that was a lamb shank, but
that
it
hits you in the shoulder all of a sudden.
Yeah.
9 minutes remaining here in the first half at Grizzly Den. A steamy Grizzly Den. Has to be well over 85 degrees. We're hot. Can only imagine what the players are dealing with.
And I'll tell you, so far, Portsmouth is hanging in there. A lackluster job right now for Goffstown. Really have not, shown their mettle in terms of, picking up big yardage. Aside from that one drive.
The Grizzlies are in maroon. Home colors going left to right across your TV screen. Jared right at the bottom of the screen. Keith keeps it himself, looking to pass right up. Oh, just overthrown over the mailman. Pass is incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Grizzlies.
I like that play, though.
Yeah, I do, too. Because, Scott, he catches that, he's in the end zone.
Yeah.
There's no one that's going to catch him.
But this is what Portsmouth is giving you the pass.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, they want you to beat them.
They are right. They're saying if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us by passing against us. They're putting 8 guys in the box. As you can see here right now, you only got three guys that are not in the box.
Keith keeps it himself up the middle. A lot of Clippers are there.
But there's nothing there.
No. There's a pickup of about 2 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down, 8 yards to go.
So give credit to Portsmouth's defense or whoever their defensive coordinator is because they've dialed up a defense that is giving Goffstown some fits. Again, I like to see the Heidenreich get the ball. He's got like a
quick little pass out to Stinnett.
Nothing.
He's gobbled up right away. Wow. Brought down hard by number 50. The Lame, he was tied up immediately. Boy. Tackled hard on that. 4th and long for the Grizzlies. Lefebvre will end up coming out.
This reminds me of last year's Central game.
Yes.
where we were barely lucky to eke one out.
7, Eric LePage back in punt formation.
A little less than 8 minutes
14, Jack Russo
till the half.
to return for Portsmouth.
Very quiet here in Goffstown.
Yeah. If it wasn't for us yelling, no one would hear us. Quick.
Almost a block kick.
That's
Fair
a big
catch.
boy coming in, too. Fair catch is caught by 14. That's Russo again. 7:40. Clippers will be 1st and 10 from about the 30-yard line, 31-yard line.
Their own 31-yard line.
So the key here also is that Portsmouth, aside from Cody Graham's that one interception to Duval,
Yeah.
he hasn't gotten himself into trouble with his arm. So, yes, there's been a couple of drop balls. He might have, put one. That was that one push-off play. But I think the story so far is Cody Graham.
It really is. On both sides of the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Graham, patient in the pocket. He's on his feet now. He's moving. Wrapped up right away by Cuddy. Ripped right down to the line of scrimmage after he picked up 5 yards. 2nd and 5 for the Clippers.
But they'll take that.
Of course they
Yeah.
will.
Number 78, Evan Cuddy. Gain of 5 yards in the play. 2nd and 5 from the Clippers' 36-yard line.
I actually don't understand Adam Moses playing on the defensive end in this situation because you want the job is to protect the edge. And I'm not saying that Adam is not capable of doing that, but
I like him in the center of the pack.
I like him in the middle. Clearly, I think that's an offensive movement because he didn't go into the neutral zone. That should be on 54. But we'll see.
We'll see.
I've been wrong before.
False start.
Yep.
That's Clippers.
Penalty on Portsmouth. It is a 5-yard penalty.
Second and 10.
See, that's a big penalty.
Sure.
From the Clippers.
Down to
something
back
on
to the
the-
30-yard line after a nice gain of 5.
I don't know what they're saying here. Referee's pointing to the ground. He's saying it's a bad spot. They're discussing where the ball has been spotted. If it was a 2nd down and 5 with a 5-yard penalty, it's
Timeout on the field.
so the referees are going to talk to each other. Good move if they're not sure. And I think that the ball is spotted. It's about right.
.650 is what they want to put on the clock, Scott.
Yep.
They don't want the time.
6:53, so the clock ran off. That will mean no hamburger for the clock operator at halftime. Right?
His loss. Burgers are good at the Grizzly Den.
Actually, that's not true because you know what? He takes his cues or she takes their cues from the referee. So if the referee doesn't put the arms up and down or blow the whistle,
How would he know?
They don't know.
2nd and 10, 6:40 on the clock.
So the burgers are back
Connor
on.
in motion. Quick pass out to the right. Coleman is there to grab him. I believe a loss, Scott.
Yeah.
Number 44.
Coleman, great coverage on that play, rolling right out and staying with that running back.
The difference there is he made the tackle.
Yeah.
And so I think the key to Goffstown is they got to make the tackles. And these are a lot of open field tackles.
Checking in from Adam Moses is number 67. That's Jose Paez.
That's a good move.
that end position.
You got to get these guys some
It's
time
third.
to
Yeah, 3rd
breathe.
and 13. And we got one fan yelling out there for the Grizzlies.
very, very quiet.
Graham, very patient in the pocket. On his feet, rolling to the right, looking. He's going to be wrapped up. That's Evan Cuddy. He's going to bring him down.
Who'd he throw to?
That's got to be. Yes, here
there
comes
you
the
go.
flag.
Thank you.
Great play by Evan Cuddy on the rush.
We're getting it, Alan.
Yes,
After
we are.
2 years, we're finally starting
picking it up.
to get this game.
That's intentional grounding. When you're wrapped up
Yep.
like that and you don't have a receiver in sight, you throw the ball, you're going to get the dirty laundry on the field.
Yep, and that's a loss of down and the whole shebang. So what'll happen? They'll mark it back, I think, 10 yards, and then and you lose the down. So
Oh, yeah. It's going to be 4th and long.
Yeah, yeah. We'll take it.
An intentional grounding penalty. 4th down.
All those years of watching football is starting to
Wait.
pay off for me.
Clippers
But it's not the NFL rules. Sometimes we get mixed up between the NFL and the high school. And Scott, who would have thought that GTV would need tank tops as the attire for football season?
As long as you didn't say Speedos, that's all we're good.
Set to kick. That's 14 for the Clippers. That's Jack Russo.
Our camera operator Parker was just not seeing very bad images there.
Oh, there's Pinard. Look at this rush. That's a good kick. It's going to land at about the midfield, and it takes a Clipper bounce.
Remember we had that
at
about
the
a year
35.
ago? Remember a year ago it was with, who was it? Franklin. Castillo Diaz, right?
Yes.
He would not fair catch.
He would step back.
Right, and then the ball would go another 15, 20 yards. That's what's happening today.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly taking a Clipper bounce for sure. Grizzlies will be 1st and 10 from their own 35 with 5:36 on the clock at the Grizzly Den. A steamy Grizzly Den.
Yeah.
We have a tie ball game, 7-7.
You know what that's telling me is that they got to play a little bit deeper. I mean, I'm a little closer.
Yeah.
They're giving him they're too far back. So when he punts again, they got to go at least 10 more yards to him.
We're jamming to this song, Scott.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, jam on a touchdown.
Here we go.
Can get one.
Keith to Stinnett, rolls around the end. He's still on his feet. He picks up about 9 yards on the play. Excellent run by Jack, right where he left off from last week. We got to see Jack touch the ball a little bit more, Scott.
Yeah, I tell you, I'd like to see Goffstown get in with the score here. We get the ball back in the beginning of the second half, and we got to get some momentum right now, Alan. Heidenreich has not seen a ball thrown to him, and he's got a foot height difference on this guy.
Yeah. Oh, Charlie, quick pass out to Duvall. He's dipping
what
and
a great
diving.
open field tackle by Isaiah Barba.
I don't think he really picked up anything, maybe a half a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 2 for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies haven't moved the sticks in a while.
Nope.
Just for moral support here, we need to move these chains.
Well, I think this might be with Huft, the way he does things.
Andrew, nope. Charlie gets it right up the middle.
And he's going to be really close.
He's going to be just shy of about maybe 4 inches. I can see the line right in front of me where the stick is.
Yep. Yeah, he's about a yard shy.
Yeah, this is 4th down. You got to go for this here, don't you think?
Well, this is what your offensive line, right? This is what your offensive line has got to push.
Yep. 4th and 1. Grizzlies, big play. Charlie, high snap, Stinnett, right across the middle, and he has it.
He gets it. He lunges for it, but not by much.
No, but they got it. Bottom line, they're going to move the sticks.
That's a tough spot, but they're going to measure this
That is a tough spot,
they're going to give it to him. Okay.
Yep. 1st and 10, 4:09 on the clock. Grizzlies are moving the sticks, getting closer to midfield.
That was a rough spot. I thought he had like another football or two distance on that one.
I think so. Charlie rolling to the right, looking deep. Has Jared. Overthrow. Oh, no, it's Chenard. No flag on the field. Touchdown, Grizzlies, just like that, Scott. I thought he was going to Jared, and all of a sudden, Carter appears out of nowhere.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought the pass was intended for Heidenreich, and Chouinard gets it.
Excellent job, Carter. Chouinard, senior 5'9", 183. Boy, that was a nice play. I thought he overthrew Jared.
I did too.
And Carter comes from nowhere.
Here was the thing. Both were open.
Let me ask you, did he overthrow and Carter happened to be there, or was it a pass to Carter?
It was pass to Carter. Come on.
All right. Okay. All right. Here we go.
I mean, obviously.
Grizzlies for the extra point. That's Brad Minnick. Here we go. Waiting for the snap. 3:52 on the clock. Grizzlies lead 13-7. High snap over Minnick's head.
Just get on it.
Get on it. Fall on it. 13-7 will be the score with 3:52 on the clock. Grizzlies will set to kick off to the Clippers.
This is an unbelievable, sloppy.
UGLY.
Yeah.
Ugly today.
Yeah. Wow. Justin Huft is not going to be a happy camper.
Oh, would you imagine
at halftime?
If it stays hot like this, these kids this week in practice? Scott, I'm going to need more water. I got to stay hydrated.
Yeah, but you got to get ready because you got to go down to the field. You're helping. You're going to help.
We're doing the kicking.
We're doing kicking for cupcakes.
Do we have the 4?
Yes, I have the cupcakes.
No, do we have the 4?
Yes, I do.
You have cupcakes up here and you didn't even tell me?
No, they're down. Listen, if they were up here, you'd eat them. I didn't. I have them downstairs. So we do. We've got Dave Smith, Angie Caldwell.
Oh, Dave, I called him.
Yeah.
I called him Greg. Why did I call him Greg?
It is Greg Smith. I'm sorry.
It's Greg
Smith. Yeah.
All right.
You know what? I know another Dave Smith. Yeah.
Well, all right. You know a lot of people, Scott.
Yeah.
You know a lot of people. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up.
For 92, David Gibson will kick off for Goffstown.
No, Dave Smith does the girls like lacrosse and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Set to kick is Gibson. Excellent kick. End over end. Deep into the corner.
That's perfect.
That's Russo coming back. He's on his feet.
Good cut.
Not for long.
Who was
Somebody
that?
took his legs right out from under him. Looked like a small little fella. Speedy little guy. Who's that? That's Is that Coleman, number 3?
Number 3.
Coleman, hand-to-hand. Great tackle. All day he's been consistent with the tackles nice and low. Good job, Coleman. 3:48 on the clock. Clippers first and 10 from their own 17.
I'd like to see a stop or a turnover here for another score on the board.
Because you know they're going to pass the ball.
But again, you got Moses in on the end. And
Graham and Connor checking into the game is number 22. That's KK Tor. I just love saying his name. Hope it goes to him.
Picard at nose, I think.
KK Tor. I love that name. There's Graham. Right
up
the middle. Yep. That's the Connor. Picking up about, I'd say, what do you think, Scott? 5 yards?
Yeah, and I think Poisson had that one. Poisson had the stop on that one.
Tackle by number 5, Joey Poisson.
I like how they do a lot. There's a lot of holes here. Obviously, Goffstown is filling them, but there's a lot of holes created by their schemes.
Yep.
That was a 3-yard gain.
They're definitely patient with their time.
Very patient.
Yeah, they know. That's a is that Russo 11 in the motion? Graham right up the middle opens up the gap, and he slides into safety, and that's Baxter coming in on the tackle.
Yeah, but you can't call that. You can't call that because he's going to try to tackle him and the guy ducks.
Right.
You know, you can't call that.
He was already in motion.
Right.
That's 1st and 10 for the Clippers, moving the chains, 3:06 in the first half.
He already left, Baxter already committed his body to that, and then the guy ducks. I mean, you can't.
Graham in the pocket, going deep. Out on the sideline, that's KK Tor. Wrapped up with a nice tackle by Jared Heidenreich. Brings up 2nd and, wow, they picked up about 7 yards, Scott. 6 yards.
The problem here is that you're not getting a pass rush. And again, no disrespect to the line of Goffstown, but they're not, I think they're only rushing like 3 guys. They're just not getting in there.
Because we got to protect the passers.
I got you.
They got to put more in the secondary and the help back there.
Right. But you need to get a pass rush.
Yep. Graham in motion is Crowell.
Handoff.
Crowell wrapped up right away in the backfield for a loss. That's Cuddy. Wow, what a game Evan's having.
Yep.
Evan is tearing people to the ground.
I call a timeout if I'm Goffstown here.
Give him a break a little bit.
I call a timeout because I want to get the ball back if they can't get this.
Paez checking in for Moses at one more time on this play. Brings up 3rd and long for the Clippers. Under 2 minutes in the half. Grizzlies lead 13-7.
Big here stop for Goffstown if they can get it.
Graham really taking his time.
Well, yeah, because if they don't get it.
2 steps back, patient, looking to pass, and he's under pressure. And it's up, and it's caught complete. He's going to be, that's a first down.
He's short.
That's 21. Scott, that looks good to me. That's Owen Kane, the gentleman who got injured.
All right.
Evan Cuddy is slow to get up.
The clock is stopped for Cuddy. That's not good.
No. Evan's been battling something since August.
A groin injury, right? I think something like that, yeah.
I wasn't going to say it because of HIPAA rules, but,
Well.
Yeah, you hate to see that. There's your pass rush for the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Pretty much has been the pass rush.
See, in this situation, I think Goffstown would be better off putting in more linebackers on the line because they'll have a little bit more speed perhaps to rush the edge.
Here comes Coach Huft.
It's a hot, hot day
Boy,
here.
1:28 on the clock.
And it's not like these players have any areas of
And
relief.
he's up. Slow to get up is Evan Cuddy. This is the most energy we've seen from the crowd, giving Evan a little kudos.
That's going to be him not in the game is going to be very tough to replace him because he is your speed rusher guy.
Yeah. 1st and 10 for the Clippers from their own 40. 1:28 on the clock.
Again,
In to
Goff's-
replace Cuddy is number 77. That's Josh White.
Goffstown's not been able to get a sack on
No.
Graham, really.
Graham in the pocket. He's on his feet, going to the right. He's going to have a first down. He's across just shy of midfield. It's going to be close to a first down.
He's a yard shy, right at midfield.
I'm going to say, he's less than a yard, Scott.
Allen, here's what the problem is. There is nobody in the middle of the field for Goffstown.
No.
So you need to have a player who's mirroring Cody Graham, and we don't have one.
Yep.
And that should be Poisson.
I can't believe they didn't give it to him. He looks like he was a first down. Graham, all the time
That's
in the
a
world.
hold. That's a hold.
Pass right into the middle. He dropped it. Who was the hold, did you say,
That
Scott?
was on the Clippers. I mean, when you grab a guy's jersey, you can see it. I mean,
3rd and 1 with 44 seconds on the clock, just at midfield are the Clippers. They are threatening, and we know, Scott, from this distance, he can air it up close to the end zone.
yeah, now listen. So Duval has got to stay deep. We all get that, right? He's got to have the backside type coverage to help Chouinard and St. Ange. But Poisson is the one who's got to really mirror that quarterback. Him or Pinard.
Graham pass.
That's a first
that's
down.
a run. That's a first down.
Yeah.
Picked up about 4 yards on the play. That's Connor. That's going to keep the clock going, though, Scott. I mean, that's
Right.
once they move the
They'll
chains, it's
stop
going to.
it. But then they got 2 timeouts, so.
39 seconds. They're moving the chains. They got some momentum on their heels. Clippers very patient, just stepping back, moving forward. Easy pass right up the middle. Pass is caught. That's another first down for the Clippers.
I have to say, that ball was like lofted
That was like
up
it
there.
was like an alley-oop.
Yeah.
I mean, they have all the time in the world in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
How is nobody trying to bat that down?
I don't get it.
I think we're going to have a timeout here, Scott, which is a
Portsmouth. This is a very uncharacteristic game for Goffstown,
Yeah.
from what I can see. Granted, it's a different type of team that they're playing, much, much different than the Exeter team.
Yeah.
But by the same token, just defensively, they seem that they're not prepped for this offense.
And if you bring this type of game to Exeter, to Bedford, to
done.
Winnicott,
You're done.
it's ugly.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're winning 13-7, but you can't play
not-
like this against.
Not for long.
No.
I mean,
Isn't it interesting, Scott, how one position player changes the game?
Oh, yeah.
The Grizzlies really haven't seen a pocket passer.
no.
We're excellent to stop the run.
Right.
The pocket passer, we got to work on that.
But guess who has a great passer?
Bedford.
Bedford.
Yeah, they do.
And I don't know about Winnicott. We haven't studied Winnicott.
No.
But we know Connor
Salem.
Robert.
Salem is the runner.
Connor Robert could be arguably best quarterback in the state
Yep.
because he can throw the ball and run the ball.
Number 11 in motion, that's Booten. But Graham is content to be by him.
He escapes the
pass going.
containment.
Pass is complete to about
Keep
the
him
20.
in bounds. But see, now they're going to be in field goal range
Of
now.
course, 18 seconds on the clock.
They call timeout. So now they can. If I'm Portsmouth, I give one shot into the end zone. I kick a field goal.
Yeah.
So this is.
I don't think their kicker's necessarily as strong as ours. I don't know if they're in field goal range.
I mean, it's on the 7.
I mean, the kid looked like he was in 7th grade.
Okay.
Did you see the kid out there?
Yeah, but I give all the kids credit. So it's a 37-yard field goal in high school. It's very makeable.
No, I'm going to say no.
You're saying no?
I hope it happens so we can
Yeah.
see the 7th grader go out
Yeah.
there and try to kick it. Did you see him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we always say this, but if there was a time for the Grizzly defense to
come
step up,
I know. Well,
this is it right here. Scott, I think this is one of the warmest days of the year.
Well, yeah. Yes,
I mean,
all year.
All
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
I mean, obviously we're doing a lot of talking, but, I've gone through a thing of water, and I feel like I got to chug another one. Big defensive stop here for Goffstown.
I'm impressed with Graham's patience. Rolling to the left, he takes the snap. He's under a lot of pressure there, first time in a while.
See, they get by
Still
him.
on his pursuit. Adam is there. Oh, Adam's going to crush him. Pass is incomplete. It was into the end zone, but that
okay, so this will be
9
your test.
seconds off
This
the clock.
is your test.
All right.
If they want to put points up, they kick a field goal right here.
Yep. And
because
wait till you see the confidence that the coach has in his
if
seventh
he
grade.
does not have confidence in the kicker, then it's going to be a pass.
And
Because this could be the last play.
Graham is still on the field.
Okay.
My point exactly.
I call a timeout here, maybe if you're huffed, because give your guy a little breather.
9 seconds on the clock for the first half. Grizzlies lead 13-7 at a steamy Grizzly den. September the 23rd. Have you ever had a September 23rd this hot? I don't
look
remember.
for number 14. Just checked in. He looked at the play, so he might be a slot receiver.
Yep, number 14 is right in that slot position. Graham is all alone in the backfield. He has 5 receivers taking his time. Boy, plenty of time. Under pursuit. Finally, yes! Wrapped him up right away. Joey Poisson takes him right down. Joey's had a great second quarter.
So that's what I was talking to you about before is, again, Poisson needs to mirror the quarterback.
Yep.
Wherever he goes, Poisson goes. It's pretty simple.
Well,
That's
that
the
message was loud and clear there. Then
Yeah.
we're going to take 2.9 seconds to go into the half here.
Because what's happening is that this quarterback is really good. So he breaks containment. So they're
Scott,
coming in.
When
they're
you
trying
see
to-
him take his snap and go
Yeah.
back, I
Yeah.
mean, he's not even like
Right.
hot, like
Right.
he's walking back
Right.
like you're playing backyard
Right.
catch.
Right. But the thing is this, is that if you try to blitz him, he's too elusive. And if
Yes.
he breaks the containment, now you got him scrambling.
got a wide
You got-
open middle
And you
field.
got one less guy in the back. Right.
Correct. But as Justin Pennard had a great first quarter, Joey Poisson is having a terrific second quarter.
For me, Pennard and Poisson in particular, mirroring the quarterback are going to be the key to the game.
Yeah.
And obviously, we know that Chouinard, Duval, all those guys, I mean, that they're critically
It
important.
says
So
3rd and 15, balls
Right.
on the 25. This
But
could be the last play.
it's the last play of the game. So
Here it is. He's rolling to the right, down at the sideline. That's a wobbly pass. Deflected. Yep.
Almost. And that's
Knocked
it.
down, no flag. It's going to bring up the half. Folks, come on right back. Thanks for joining. Grizzlies lead 13-7 over the Clippers of Portsmouth. Welcome, Grizzly Nation, to our halftime show. Cupcakes for field goals. What's your name? First name? We have Angie from Goffstown. First attempt for her field goal.
Competitor up today will be Greg Smith.
Oh, Greg is up first. Greg Smith.
These guys have been practicing hours and hours for this competition.
Here we go. It's up and it's low. No good. Scott, no good. It's a bad hold. It's a place. Angie Caldwell up next. Here she goes. She has a soccer shirt. And it's good. Angie Caldwell, nice job. This is for cupcakes. This means something. Oh, barefoot. Oh, and it's up and it's good. Excellent kick, Kevin. Devin.
And our fourth kicker is
Sophia Perez. Oh, no good. It's low. Move it back. We have 2. Angie
Going to give those other people one more try.
and Devin.
Back 5 yards, though.
Scott, we got 6 minutes. We're good. Let's get out of the way. We're going to get hit.
And Greg is up first again. Come on, Greg.
Oh, they all get a second try. Kick is no good. He's a better burger cooker than he is. Parker. He can cook a great burger, that Greg. Not so much at kicking.
Now, correction, this is Angie again.
Angie's up. Kick is up. Oh, no good. No good. Devin barefoot one more time. Oh, off the toe, no good.
Not that time, Devin.
Kick is low, no good.
Great job, you guys. And again, for those of you who cupcakes today, they are on sale
Everybody wins a cupcake.
in downtown Goffstown. Please support them. You will not be sorry.
All right.
You, Scott.
Let's get a big round of applause for all those kickers.
Shout out goes to the Blue Moose Cafe in Goffstown
allowed to do this?
for cupcakes at halftime.
Is this legal?
Yeah, is this? Can we say that?
Just did it.
Yeah, he's in charge. It's fine. Have a cupcake, Angie. Great job, everybody. Here, come in. Quick little picture. Come on. This is cupcakes at halftime. Did everybody have fun? All right. Say go Grizzlies.
Go Grizzlies!
All right. Have fun. Thanks, guys. Fans, welcome back. Grizzly Nation here at a steamy Grizzly Den for week 4 of high school football in the state of New Hampshire. Scott, not what we had planned or what we thought, right?
Yeah, well, for one, hot day. I'm sure that impacts things. But Goffstown has not seen a scrambling quarterback like Cody Graham. And they're having a difficult time with him because he's breaking containment. And when he does break containment, especially up the middle, there's nobody there for 5-10 yards.
They certainly don't have a running game.
Right.
It's the arm of Graham that is beating him. You know, to look at the Grizzlies scoring, it started at defense. It started with Andrew Duvall with a nice reception. I'm sorry, an interception. And that lined up Stinnett with a nice little pass from Keith, about an 18-yard pass for a touchdown. That's been the Grizzlies score.
You know, it's interesting because I think Goffstown likes to show their running game. But I think what Portsmouth is doing is they're daring us to pass the ball. And then in that last touchdown to Schwinnard,
Yep.
he was wide open. I mean,
Yes.
and not only was he wide open, but Heidenreich was open.
Heidenreich was
So-
open. In fact, it was a short. It looked like
Yeah.
it was going overthrown to Jared and right into the hands of Carter. And that was probably about a 30, 40-yard touchdown. That was a nice little pass.
So what we're going to do here, Alan, is I'm going to turn over the color commentary duties to Jack St. Jean, a senior here at Goffstown High School.
Not just a senior,
all-state
all-state
wrestler.
How many people have their name
I
up
know,
on the board?
Maybe
on the wall?
you will one day.
There is a Potvin on the board.
Yeah.
There is a Potvin.
I know that.
He's a pitcher. Keith,
I know, but
no
maybe
relation.
yours will be in terms of the Announcer Hall of Fame, right? Right, Broadcasting Hall of Fame.
The Broadcasting Hall of Fame.
I'm going to turn it over to Jack, and he's going to do the third.
Fantastic. Jack, welcome. Welcome to GTV Sports here at the Grizzly Den. You've been watching the game. What's your take on the game so far?
I talked with Coach Detchen's brother, Chad Detchen. He said that, they've been playing a bit sloppy, so I'm going to go by his word. I think that the extra point missed was definitely key. I think that could come back and bite him in the butt.
I think that was a high snap, right? That was right over Minnick's head.
Yep.
And he did the best thing that he could do. He fell right on it just to contain it. But you're right, that could come back to haunt us, where the Grizzlies lead only by 6 here, where we have a fresh new 12 minutes, Jack, on the clock to start the third quarter. Because the Grizzlies deferred and won the coin toss, they deferred, so they get to receive to start off the second half. And here we are, folks, right at the kickoff. Kick is a nice kick. Cotter, whoa, here comes the Grizzlies razzle-dazzle. Nobody knows who has the ball, but it's going to be Duvall. He's got a nice spin move. He's still on his feet. He's right in front of us at the 45. He's still on his feet, spinning and ducking and diving. He's at the 49-yard line, and there's a flag late on the play.
Wow. He could just not stop on that. He kept going.
He kept his legs moving.
Oh, yeah.
Kept his legs moving the whole time. Let's see, Jack, did anything jump out at you? Did you see what the flag was?
I did not. I don't have the best knowledge of football.
You're a wrestler. Well,
yes.
Maybe somebody was grappling him or did a full Nelson or something.
maybe.
Do you do that?
Very right. Full Nelson is illegal in the sport of wrestling.
It is. Only not the ones that I watch. I watch.
Oh, no. Hey, I watched those too.
Oh, it is against the Grizzlies, Jack. Costly. I would venture a guess it was probably a block from behind. Typically, that's what they are on these kickoffs, right?
Yep.
So the Grizzlies will be 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 with a 13-7 lead. with just under 12 minutes here in the start of the third quarter. Jack, you go to school with a lot of these guys. I'm sure you're in classes with a lot of them.
A few of them, a couple, here and there. I have journalism with Dan Locke.
Keith still on his feet, rolling to his right, left. Oh, overthrown to Duvall over his head. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Grizzlies.
Brings up 2nd and 10 from the Goffstown 38-yard line.
Well, hopefully they got a nice little break and they got refreshed and they're all hydrated, Jack.
Yeah, hot day like this, got to stay hydrated.
Stinnett, Keith keeps it up the middle. He's still on his feet.
Oh, here
he's
he goes.
he's bumping to the outside, has a blocker. He's across midfield. He's across the 45 and the 40. He's across the 30. He's still on his feet. Cuts back to the middle.
He's going.
Charlie Keith is going to be in the end zone.
He is.
Touchdown, Charlie Keith.
Man.
52-yard touchdown. 52-yard. Where was the ball? Actually, it was even more, right? That's a 62-yard touchdown.
Might have been behind the 40.
62-yard TD by Charlie Keith. That was phenomenal run. Nice block on the far side by Andrew Duvall.
Yeah.
Sprung him. Charlie made it down another 30 yards. Cut back into the middle and touchdown Charlie Keith. Great job. Hard to contain the Grizzlies for that long.
Very.
11 and a half on the clock. That only took off 31 seconds before the Grizzlies put another 6 on the board. Charlie going for 2 here, Jack. Does that surprise you?
Not at all. I think that they're trying to make up for that extra, point that they recently missed.
Agree.
So
Charlie rolling to the right. Quick little pass is up. Is bobbled. No, that's Duvall. That's a 2-point conversion. Now the Grizzlies are up by 2 touchdowns, 21-7.
Very good call by Coach Huff to get that 2-point conversion.
$21-7. Jack, they didn't really. I don't know how many plays they had. They probably only had 2 plays?
Yeah.
2 plays
Looks like
and
it was.
7 points are on the board. So that's good. Now my prediction at the beginning of the game, Jack, was 34-7. I'm just saying. Actually, it was 34-6. So already I'm wrong a bit, but the spread is pretty good. Getting set to kick is Gibson. Set back to receive for the Clippers, number 11. That's going to be Booton and Russo, number 14. Gibson has done a great job, Jack, kicking for the Grizzlies in absence of Heidenreich. We got spoiled with him last year.
Yeah, we did.
From his own 40 is Gibson. Nice kick all the way down, taking a high bounce. Booton will get that clean. He's on his feet under pursuit of 2 Grizzlies right away immediately. Wow, somebody took his legs right out. That's Coleman. Coleman Hanrahan. Jack, if I can say one thing about Coleman today, he's been tackling nice and low, grabbing below the waist, wrapping up the legs, and bringing them down right away.
Yeah, he is a real force on this team. I think, he's a backup quarterback, as you may know, but I think defensively he can play very well.
Very good defense. I spoke to his mom at halftime. She's proud. She's happy. She's over on the sidelines.
Oh, who wouldn't be?
They're my neighbors, too. How about that?
Really?
Took all his time to meet them.
Wow.
Okay, Grizzlies defense on the field, 11-22 with a lead, 21-7. Graham taking his time again, and in the backfield is Connor, number 44. Has 3 wideouts on the top of the screen. Quick pass out. Pass is intercepted by Duvall. That's a pick 6. We call that in fantasy football. I'm taking – no. Is that Duvall or Coleman?
That's
Coleman Hanrahan.
Oh, wow.
Coleman Hanrahan, pick 6. I'll take him on my fantasy.
He is someone to definitely talk to after the game.
Absolutely. Coleman, excellent play.
Back to back, too.
Boy, oh boy, that's exciting.
Real nice tackle off the receive, and then a pick 6.
All of a sudden, the Grizzlies come out of the locker room, as they did in the championship game a couple of years back, Jack, and it's a completely different ball game. We have men playing boys. The extra point is up by Minnick, and it is good. That is a score of 28-7. Jack, we are quickly approaching the score that I predicted at the beginning of the game. Do you remember what it was?
34-7.
34-6. So I'm
6.
off
Oh.
just a little bit, but that's okay.
I thought you said 7.
That's all right. Oh, maybe I did say 7. We'll have to go back and look.
We will.
Now, wow, 11-16. Jack, that was, I mean, that's in under a minute, the Grizzlies have 14 points on the board. I don't think anybody would have expected that the way the first half went.
I think we got to do a record check for that.
I agree. I mean, yeah, Jack, you might be right. 14 points in 34 seconds.
44.
34 seconds.
No, 40. Oh, really?
Oh, wait a minute. Do the math. Yes.
Yeah.
44. You're right. Let's get our statistician, Scott Gross, onto this. 14 points in 44 seconds? It's got to be a record.
It's a Goffstown record. Never been done before. Program's only 11.
Gibson set to kick again one more time. His leg's going to get tired if we keep scoring all these touchdowns, and he's got to keep kicking like this.
You know, I believe David Gibson's actually a 4-sport athlete, not only playing football.
Look at
this
that
year.
kick all the way to the corner. Beautifully placed kick. Wow. The flag is out. Okay, that's out of bounds. But Jack, I'm sorry. So 4-sport athlete. So he starts with football. What does he do next?
He's also a wrestler in the winter. Very good.
Nice.
I'd say. He unfortunately had a tough end of his season. He had an injury, was out with an injury, and had Charlie Keith to replace him, who ended up taking third at the Division II state tournament, which was very good. So,
Jack, tell us a little bit about yourself. What is it exactly why your name is up on the board and I see you everywhere? Like, I know you wrestle and you did something really good, but what is it?
Last year, my junior year, I put in a lot of work, and I became a Division II state champion for Goffstown.
Wow.
As well as an.
And they've never had a Division II state champ, I take it?
They have, but there's many Division II state champions. But I also was lucky enough to become the 3rd ever MOC champion from Goffstown.
Wow. Penard stands up the runner for the Clippers right away. And what is that acronym, that champion that you said? Is that like a regional district champion?
Yeah, so that's the meet of champions. So that's where Division 1, 2, and 3 all come together, and they take the top from those.
And you won that?
Yes, I did.
And no one's ever done that in Goffstown?
Nope, 2 other people have. Tom Foote, and I believe in 2011 at 285, and Jake Nault did it in 2013 or 14.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations, Jack. Let's get back to the game. That's really awesome that they put your name up like that. That's Graham. He's looking back to pass. He's rolling to his left. He's under pursuit of Adams. Adams and Poisson.
Wow.
Poisson's going to grab him. Grapple him, take him down to the ground. He's out of bounds.
Looks like a headlock right there.
Yeah, he picked up a couple of yards on the play, Jack, but really great pressure between Adams. Moses and Poisson.
Yeah.
Terrific pressure.
You know, and that's the thing that you look for in your linemen. You look for them to pursue the ball. You know,
Yep.
A lot of times after plays, they'll just sit there and stand there, do nothing. Our guys are chasing after the ball.
Well, Jack, I think this is your debut for Goffstown Sports, is it not?
It is.
Fantastic. Well, welcome to the broadcast.
More than happy to be here.
Graham, fake pat, handoff to Connor, rolling to his right. He's looking deep. He throws it up. Pass is intended for number 86. That's deflected by 27 on the coverage. That's St. Ange. But also we had, not surprisingly, Coleman was right there, and Justin Penard was there as well.
Yep, definitely some plays that could have been made out of that with those 2 guys right next to him.
10:22 on the clock. It hasn't cooled down, folks, in case you're wondering, and the stands have not got any louder. Jack, I'm kind of amazed that there's no energy today at all.
Well, you know what? 28 points on the board.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised at this point, really shouldn't be a lot of energy.
Evan Cuddy has checked himself back in, Jack. We saw he was limping off the field last quarter, so it's good to see him back on that play. Almost blocked. Wow. Great play. High bounce. Taking a Clipper bounce for sure, all the way down to the 28-yard line. The Grizzlies will be 1st and 10. That was Justin Penard, 5'5", on that coverage.
Justin Penard, definitely a playmaker for Goffstown.
Phenomenal. I've been a huge fan, Jack, of the linebacking core. Jake, I call it my triple five threat. We got Jake Brown, number 52, Joey Poisson, number 5, and 5'5", says it all, Justin Penard. They have been a great linebacking core. I think probably the best 3 linebackers in the state, hands down.
Definitely agree with you there.
So the Grizzlies come out with 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Quickly, first 2 possessions put the points on the board. First one was a nice pass to that was who was that? Oh, no, it was Charlie Keith.
Oh,
Oh,
looks like he handed
okay.
it off to.
I'm looking at the score here, and the
Wow.
play is going on. Thank God for Scott Gross in the background. Who has that ball? Who was it? That's Jack Stinnett on the run. Thank you, Scott. Boy, Scott. Oh, sorry, Jack.
Oh, go ahead.
What a difference this team. It's a completely different team coming out in the third quarter.
Yeah. But no, I must say that the combination of Charlie Keith and Jack Stinnett is definitely a force not to be reckoned with.
Charlie rolling to his right, looking to pass. Quick pass up. It's deflected.
Oh,
it's intercepted. Intercepted by number 22. I think that's KK Tor. I just wanted to say his name like that. KK Tor with the interception. Good job by the Clippers. That'll bring up 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. 1st and 10. First miscue for the Grizzlies for this half, Jack. Costly one.
Yeah, I definitely think the first couple mistakes they had, I believe that was a receive on Duval. Hit his shoulder, fumbled it. And also the missed extra point were some mistakes that they had made. I think they definitely made it back with those 2 touchdowns.
Gives them a little bit of breathing room, but we still have to deal with Graham here.
Yeah.
Graham rolling to his right away, right out of the gate. He's looking deep. He's looking to the middle. Wide open pass. Carter Chenard is there. Grabbed him by the shoelace and wouldn't let him go. Great tackle. The damage was done. They're moving the chains. 1st and 10 for the Clippers. Great shoestring tackle by Carter.
Still have Adam Moses at that defensive end there.
Yeah. Big boy.
Yeah, don't think I have seen him.
Every now and then he comes out. He's substituted by Paez, number 67 or 77, I believe. Joey Poisson with Graham. Graham eludes Poisson. He stretches. He's across the first down markers, across midfield. It's going to be 1st and 10 again for the Clippers. 28-7. The Grizzlies still hold on to that lead.
It's definitely tough. Remember you saying at the beginning of the game to control and take down a slick quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly has the moves. I mean, it's not easy to elude and escape the hands of Joey Poisson, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Graham, casual, one step back, passes incomplete, intended for number 21. That's Owen Kane. He was wide open. On the coverage was Heidenreich.
Definitely tough to try to catch a ball when you got a guy that's about a head taller than you.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Puts his shoulders right into your chest, drives you into the ground.
Yep. He's a very tough kid.
2nd and 10 for the Clippers from the Grizzly 47. Rolling to his right. Looking down the middle, looking left. Pass is complete.
Oh.
Missed tackle. Pushed out of bounds by Poisson.
It was a key missed tackle there.
Key missed tackle and, costly. Again, it's moving the chains for the Clippers. It's 1st and 10. They methodically are moving down the field, Jack, quietly. Not with a lot of fanfare, but at the end of the day, they're still moving the chains.
Yeah. I think they're really taking their time on their plays, taking their time getting down on the field.
Graham calls for a quick short pass out to number 14. That's Jack Russo. Passes incomplete. On the coverage was number 75. That's Joshua Picard. Joshua's a junior at 5'10", 239, and he would have done some damage, I'm sure. Graham rolling to his right out of the gate. Cuddy trying to close in on the gap. Wrapped up by Heidenreich. Grabs him. Pickup of about 4 yards on the play, I believe. That's going to bring up 2nd and 3rd and long for the Clippers.
I believe he's a rover.
What's that?
I believe Heidenreich may be a rover. Some sort of, yeah. Kind of playing the middle ground, not only covering passes, but also.
Yeah, Heidenreich is 81. Yeah, he's a junior, too. Mm-hmm. That's Graham Casually looking left. Wide open middle of the field. Wow.
Oh.
Baxter closes him in, but Duvall tripped him up. That's first down, moving the chains again for the Clippers. They're doing a great job moving the ball down the field. They are taking some time. 8:05 remaining in the third quarter. Grizzlies still lead 28-7.
I think at this point for Portsmouth, they're definitely looking to score some touchdowns.
Well, they're absolutely opening the field, and the middle is, by result, wide open. So that pass has been there for about 3 times, moving the sticks. Graham again, casually looking deep, looking to the end zone. Pass is intended for number 23. That's Jared Schlipper. Pass is incomplete. On the coverage, it appears, looks like that's Carter Schwannard.
No, I don't think Goffstown has yet to see a quarterback that
A pocket passer.
Yeah, that can throw,
This guy's like a Tom Brady. He's taking 2 steps back. He's still got all the time in the world.
Oh, yeah. Very slick, too. Hard to sack.
Graham casually got back under some pressure. Yep. Poisson, not a surprise. Hiding right there. Tripped him up. Heidenreich lifts him up off the field. That's a nice sign of sportsmanship there.
I don't think that was even by his hands. He lifted him up by the shoulder pads.
He just picked him up by his shoulder pads, yeah. 7:30 remaining on the clock for the third period. Third quarter, sorry. I'm headed to a hockey game later. I got hockey on my mind, Jack. Third and 17. Loss of about 7 on the play. Graham with Connor in the backfield. 3 wideouts top of the screen, 1 at the bottom of the screen. Clippers are in white, moving right to left across your screen. A lot of pressure, just airs it up like an alley-oop. Wrapped up right away. Wow. Not much gain on the play. I think it was Heidenreich to get his first arms around him.
Yeah.
That's going to bring up 4th and about maybe we'll call it 16 if he even picked up a yard. But you saw that he got collapsed, Jack. 4 people come in and just kind of threw an alley-oop.
Yeah, a little bit of a blip pass. Jumped up to grab it. That's something you see a lot, too, out of Graham. You see him throwing high passes.
Yeah. Graham in the shotgun. 3 wideouts on the top, going right across the middle. Hit by Baxter and leveled by 81. That's Jared Heidenreich. He is down at about is it the 3-yard line, Jack? I can't really see. You got younger eyes. Tell me.
I'm actually zooming in with the camera I have here.
He's in at about the 5, right? The 2. Yeah. All right.
Hard to tell on this camera here. Can't really see the lines on the field.
Big pass play again, Jack. Wide open into the middle of the field. There's Graham. Keeps it himself easily. He just holds the ball over the end zone or the yard line. And that's a touchdown by the Clippers. That puts another 6. That brings them to 13. 6:34 remaining in the third quarter. Clippers 13, Grizzlies 28. They're going for their extra point. That is number 7, Logan Windsor.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a fake here for a 2-point conversion, maybe.
No, I think they're going to just try to stick with the 1. Yeah. That's my guess, yeah. Kick is up. It's low. It is good. Clippers 14, Grizzlies 28. Clippers will be kicking off to our Grizzlies.
I think that, at least from my perspective, might be a bit of an odd play to just go for 1 instead of 2.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey Jack, can you get a picture of the light aircraft, folks? Coming into Grizzly Den. Too bad we don't have that guy with the camera. He could get the aerial coverage provided today by the guy in the light aircraft.
Yeah, where's our blimp?
We need a drone. We need a camera with this guy. We need something.
See if that's in our budget.
Jack, what do you think? You think he'll fly overhead?
Yeah.
That would be cool if he did a flyover.
Oh, yeah. We got to try to get that for our
that would
either for the Bedford game or homecoming.
Scott, we got to call this guy. Get a flyover for the Bedford game. Have him give us a flyover for the Bedford. Tell him kickoff is right at a certain time. Have him swoop in right at 1 o'clock or right when the game is. It doesn't appear he's coming our direction.
That's a real shame.
That would be something. And he could have a banner, GTV Sports banner, flying right by.
Have yours and Scott's face on it, you know.
St. Odge and number 20,
Is he turning around?
I don't know if he's headed away from us. I think he's headed away from us, yeah. Or he might be coming at us.
Could have been checking up on the score.
He heard about the coverage today with Jack St. Jean. He wanted to check it out. Okay, folks, your Grizzlies are set back in their razzle-dazzle formation. Let's see. It's a shallow kick. This time, who has the ball? Looks like Chenard, top of the screen. He's cut back to the middle. He's still on his feet. He's close to midfield at the 45. Down at the 49-yard line. Caught a Chenard. What a game so far. Great field position. Grizzlies will be 1st and 10 from their own 49.
Goffstown starts 1st and 10.
Wow.
Their own 47.
Looks like they're putting it back at the 47, Jack. I don't understand. Isn't it where the ball? I don't know. All right, 1st and 10 nonetheless. Grizzlies lead 28-14 here in Goffstown. Keith Stinnett. Keith looking to pass. Has an open Chenard. Ball is, it was tipping and couldn't hold on. Just overthrown. Would have been a big gain for the Grizzlies.
Defending on the play, number 21, Owen Payne. 2nd and 10 from the Goffstown 47-yard line.
2nd and 10 from their own 47. Keith and Stinnett getting the play. Charlie keeps it himself, wrapped up right away. Picked up about maybe 3 yards, 2 yards on the play, just at about midfield. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
And although that play really doesn't seem effective, not getting a lot of yards, I do think that, 3 at a time, they're slowly making their way down the field and working towards a 1st down.
Charlie looking pass right away. I think that was a misread on where they were supposed to be. Pass intended for Colby Putnam, number 22 at the top of the screen. Brings up 4th and long. We're going to bring out LaFave, number 57. Eric LaFave, he's a junior, 6'1", 193, set to punt.
I think that play was definitely Charlie looking to pin the ball and Colby looking to attack it.
And boy, Colby was wide open, wasn't he?
He was.
I mean, that would have been a great moving the chains opportunity. LaFave set back to kick. Poisson gives the signal. Nice snap. LaFave delivers a terrific kick. Nice and high. That's Russo. Picked it up clean. Looks like he's on about the 25, Jack, or the 23 maybe?
Yeah, that might
23.
Yep.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Clippers. Grizzlies lead 28-14, 5:35 remaining here in Goffstown in the 3rd quarter.
Timeout on the field.
Jack, did somebody call a timeout?
Yeah, looks it.
Oh, the officials called the timeout.
They work hard. I think that,
Jeez.
definitely deserve a break.
Well, Jack, I want to take a break. I want to have some water myself. We'll build an addition. Scott will build an addition. I don't either.
I'm trying to think of it's some sort of like shade that hangs over a house.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get the name in my head, but we got to get one of those because the sun is just beating down on us.
This is unbelievable. This is tough duty for us today, Jack.
It's a hot spot.
It's a hot spot, is right. But it is nice when it rains and everybody gets wet and we're under shelter.
Oh, yeah.
That's when this thing really rocks.
Definitely one of the very many benefits of either being in GTV or being a manager.
That's right. Exactly. Or both.
Yeah.
Jack, you having fun?
Oh, I'm having a great time.
Good. Graham takes the snap. Very casual, under pursuit, of course.
Wow.
Jack, you know what we call that? That was a gaggle of Grizzlies on that tackle. A gaggle. That was led by 64, Adam Moses, number 75, Joshua Picard. Did you?
Also number 75, Joshua Picard.
There you go.
Couple of big guys on the line that are definitely a huge force in this defense.
Loss of 1 yard on the play. Grizzlies defense take another tough stand. 5 minutes on the clock in the third quarter. Graham is just so casual, Jack. I mean, I don't even think he's breaking a sweat today. Look.
Yeah. He's taking his time.
Pass across the middle.
Looking where his players
Wow.
are.
Number 17 cuts across that middle pretty well. That's Lalime. On the coverage was Duval and Chouinard.
You know, Graham has definitely been playing well this game, although, you know, may not say that by the score, but you got to give credit to his receivers who are getting in their position and catching that ball.
Graham rolling to his right away. He's looking deep, going deep towards the sideline. Pass intended way out of bounds. Can't catch his number. That looks like number 86. That's Kevin Russo.
Brings up 4th down and 11.
4th and 11. They're going to get the punting unit, Jack. I got to imagine. Yeah, Graham is coming off the field. That's number 54 for the punt. That's Nolan Pafford. Puts the Grizzlies receiving core of Chenard and Duval right at midfield. Grizzlies should get good field position, although the Clippers have had end-over-end kicks, taking Clipper bounces. Oh
wow.
Blocked by Pennard.
Ooh.
Oh, he's grabbing his right leg. Oh, boy. You hate to see that. Oh, okay. Look at this. He's limping off, but what a block by Justin Pennard. Terrific job.
I think he's definitely
running
that off.
Yeah, boy, you just hope he's okay.
Yep.
That's someone you want deep into your season. Grizzlies will be 1st and 10 with terrific position.
So I got to ask you about a football rule here because I'm definitely not too familiar with this sport. So if that was Justin that tipped the ball, yes?
Yes.
So,
he blocked the punt.
So him touching that punt makes the ball dead, or is it now our ball because he touched it?
Yeah, even though because they would have had to have gone by, what were they, 13 yards? They would have had to have picked it up and ran 13 yards to get the first down. So it's a turnover on downs regardless. Okay. Keith with Duval in motion. Stinnett, nope, not Chenard gets it. He's around the left side. He's got it towards the corner.
Oh,
flag is down late. Oh, boy, I think that's coming back on a hold on number 53, Trevor Post. That's unfortunate. We're going to have a hold here, Jack. Grizzlies making quick work of their time on the field, but that one's going to come back. That hurts.
You know, it can be tough sometimes for some of those defensive players on offense who, you know, trying to make the play, trying to do whatever they can to ensure that their team scores.
Listen, it's all in good effort. They all want to make that extra effort. The problem is it appeared, Jack, that Chenard was already past him, already past the play. No need to make that block. But, hey, the adrenaline gets to you. Keith in the shotgun. Quick pass out to Colby. This time complete. Oh. Colby dodging defenders. He dives forward. He's at about the 15-yard line.
You notice you got, I think, maybe 4 or 5 guys on this offense that are only juniors. You know, still have one more year in them.
Exactly.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
And, you know, nothing against our seniors. We definitely have some amazing players.
Yeah.
But I do think that this is definitely a growing team, a young team.
Second and 12. Ball's on the 16-yard line, just under 4 minutes. Keith keeps it himself, runs right up the middle. He's dipping, he's dodging. He's still on his feet. He's dragging him pile forward. Pickup of at least 7 yards on the play, it looked like.
Tackled by number 54, Nolan Pafford. 3rd down and 3.
Ball's on the 7-yard line. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Keith to Stinnett on her feet in the end zone. That's a touchdown.
No flag on the field.
There is a flag?
Oh, there is? No, I said
no. Oh, no flag. Good.
Yeah.
That's number 5 touchdown for the Grizzlies. Stinnett. 7-yard TD run, not bad. Stinnett already has 2 touchdowns on the day. Coleman with a pick 6. Charlie with a touchdown. Chenard with the receiving touchdown. Well, talk about spreading the touchdowns around. For the extra kick, Minich. Kick is up. It's good. Grizzlies 34, 35-14. Grizzlies set to kick off at 3.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Jack, just right from the third quarter. We got Scott Gross over here doing some rap moves. I think.
It looks like I only got about 3.5 minutes left in me.
Oh, is that what he's saying? Is that what you're saying? Scott's chomping at the bit.
Definitely looking to get back in this game. Well, I'll tell you what, maybe at either the Bedford game or the homecoming game that we have, why not make it 3?
He's closing the sale.
Hey.
He's going to go to business school. He's closing sales is as easy as ABC. Always be closing. He's always closing. Always closing. Gibson set to kick. Set back. Number 11, that's Booton. In 14, that's Russo. This one's headed to Booton. Excellent kick again. Booton catches it on the run. He's going to get good field position. Headed towards that sideline, top of the screen. He's out of bounds just at about the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Clippers. Good field position this time for the Clippers.
I'm not sure if you ever really pay attention to David Gibson's kicks, but if you ever notice about maybe a couple yards before he's about to kick it, he does a little skip. Right
I didn't notice.
Really get that power. And
well, he definitely sends him in a long drive trajectory deep into the corner, which is excellent kick.
Yep. I remember the coach is talking about that, wondering if he would get called for taking too many steps.
Oh, is that a rule?
I
didn't even know that.
I think it might be. Could be wrong.
That's Graham. Handoff to Connor. Gobbled up in the middle by a gaggle again.
Wow.
Adam Moses was just one of the Grizzlies. Evan Cuddy was flying through the pile. Who else was on that? Anyone else at the bottom? Nope.
Yep.
Tackled by number 64, Adam Moses.
It's definitely a defense you really can't get any luck when running in the middle.
Yeah, you're not going to have much luck running against the Grizzlies at all. .248 on the clock. Graham, 2nd and 11. Takes his casual 2 steps right across the middle. Open receiver again.
Wow.
Right into the secondary. Brought down right at midfield. That's number 86. That's Russo, brought down by Pernard. That's moving the sticks. 1st and 10 for the Clippers. 2:38 remaining in the third quarter.
Defending on the play. 1st and 10 from midfield.
Graham right with the Clippers at midfield, right in front of us, Jack. This is always great to see. Quick pass out to the left. On the coverage is Chenard. On the tackle is Heidenreich. 1 yard short, pickup of about 9 yards on the play.
Missed tackle by Chenard definitely cost us a couple of yards in that play.
Yeah, and as Scott mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Jackie, it seems as though some of the tackles, the missed tackles that we've had, were from everybody going high. They've been going too high. We've got to go with waist down. Grab the ankles, grab the legs. Graham to Connor, wrapped up by Moses. You are not going by Moses. That's a loss of yardage on the play. Excellent tackle.
Yeah, no chance getting by him. If you're running anywhere in his about like a 10 foot vicinity, he's gonna come after you.
Also on the coverage is Picard.
Moses parted the sea on that one.
Yo, Moses is the Vince Wilfork of the Grizzlies. I mean, no one's. 1:32 remaining in the third quarter. Grizzlies lead 35-14. Graham right at midfield. Quick pass across the middle again. Oh, boy. Wow. Baxter would have leveled number 17. That's number 17. That's Lime. He would have been crushed. Brings up 4th down, Jack. Decision time for the Clippers. 4th and 5. The ball's on the 45. Looks like they're going to go for it. They got the middle wide open, Jack. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for the same play.
Yep. And I think they still got, another quarter to work with. A little bit more time to score in this game.
Graham and Connor. Graham looking to pass. He's under pressure. Poisson is there.
Wow.
Pass is incomplete, intended for number 86. That's Russo. He got leveled by Poisson.
It was like a Goldberg spear right there.
Yeah, he got crushed.
Destroyed.
Evan gave him his hand to help him up, but he's not even getting up. Now
wow.
He is. Boy, he got leveled.
First and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Yep, he's slow to come off this field, Jack. We're going to get a good view.
I think I did see earlier Portsmouth was warming up another quarterback maybe, or two.
Well, yeah, he's just not happy right now.
Nope, doesn't look it.
I think it's his jaw.
I will tell you that if it was his jaw that got injured, that must have been a very powerful tackle.
Keith keeps it himself. Quick pass out to Duvall. Duvall has it. He's shaking. He's stirring.
Oh.
He's across midfield. He's across 45 and the 40. He's still on his feet.
Way.
He's across the 35. He's across the 20. He's got a blocker. He's going to go and cut back to the middle, and he's in the end zone. Duvall, just like that. Touchdown. 55-yard touchdown, Andrew Duvall.
All it takes is one play, one pass, and Andrew Duvall will deliver that ball to the end zone.
Wow. And just like that, the score is 41-14.
I think we saw a little bit of shake, rattle, and roll in that run.
We did. He was dipping and diving and ducking and dodging.
Number 45, Brad Minnick will attempt the extra point.
Got some
Minnick, low snap. It's up. He's still got it up there. Great job by Coleman. And that's an extra point is good. It is 42-14.
Well, there was only one missed point by Goffstown, but I think Brad Minnick is definitely getting in a groove of things and making his kicks count.
Jeez, what a game. 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter. Grizzlies lead 42-14. Now we're seeing the Clippers slow down just a little bit. But I got to tell you, the Clipper defense is probably the most energized because they haven't had to do much running or anything. They haven't been on the field much.
Yeah.
Every time the Grizzlies get the ball, they put it in the end zone, 1 or 2 plays. It's the Clipper offense that's got to be quite tired here, Jack. I mean, they're working and they're not getting much rest.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies are making short time of putting points on the board. Gibson set the kick from the Grizzly 40. Set back is Booten and Russo for the Clippers. Nice kick over in Booten's direction. End over end, deep, has him on his heels at the 5. He's on his feet, headed towards the sideline. Dragged down, finally.
Took by,
is that number
33?
Is that Stinnett?
It looked like it could be, looks like St. Ange as well on that play.
I can't see the 30. Is it 30?
Yeah, I believe that that was Stinnett as well as number 27, Brandon St. Ange.
All right, Stinnett and St. Ange on the nice special teams coverage. Clippers are 1st and 10 from their own 18. Grizzlies defense again doing a great job.
Under a minute here. Definitely looking to, score no matter what.
We have a new quarterback in there. That's the backup quarterback. That's Jack Russo. Looks like Graham was injured on that last play. Russo, handoff. Nope, keeps it himself. He's under a lot of pressure. If this is going to be their offense and they don't have a passing game with the backup quarterback, Jack, this is going to be the fastest quarter that you've ever witnessed because it's going to be running time the whole time. And it's going to be lights out for the Clippers if they cannot pass the ball or scramble.
Yeah, most certainly. You saw that Graham was able to, maneuver his way around some of the defensemen and either get down the field or get it past one of his receivers. And it looks like this new quarterback we have.
This is Russo. Yeah, he's the backup quarterback for Graham. Graham was really patient, did a dandy job in the first 3 quarters. Connor on his feet, but again, you're not going to run on this Grizzly defense. That's going to be just swallowed up by a gaggle of Grizzlies, led by number 67. That's Jose Paez. Poisson was in there. Heidenreich was in there. Just, again, that's going to bring up the fourth quarter with the Grizzlies lead, 42-14. Clippers will be 3rd and 14 with nowhere to go, Jack, if they're just going to continue to try to run the ball. And I use the word try because that's all they're going to be able to do. Folks, come right back. Fourth quarter action.
Thank you.
So I said 34-7. It's 42-14. The spread was basically. I should go into like setting spreads in Vegas.
Yeah. Some bets down.
Oh, here we go.
Why don't we have that here?
Scott, welcome back. And, big kudos and big thanks to Jack St. Jean. Wow, he did a dandy job, didn't he?
He took my job. It's okay.
He took
You know
his
what?
job.
Hey,
So
it's all about succession planning.
Scott, we're starting the fourth quarter. We see Russo rolling out right. Passes incomplete on the coverage of Coleman Hanahan, who's had a terrific game, plus a touchdown on the pick 6. But, Scott, really what's done it in for the Clippers is the injury to the Colby Graham.
Yeah. Cody Graham just had a real good game. He kept Portsmouth in this thing with his legs and his arm.
And the scrambling ability. It's bringing up the punting unit for the Clippers. Grizzlies are going to be having excellent field position. Set back. Looks like we have Chenard and
St. Ange, I think.
On the top of the screen. Who is that?
That's
Chenard at the top of the screen. Then St. Ange, maybe?
No, St. Ange is down there.
Yeah, you're right.
20,
who's close to us?
It
looks like we got some subs in here.
Is it 26 maybe? Sabolkin?
Excellent kick by the Clippers. Going to bring it to about the 45. Taking a Clipper bounce. Grizzlies will be 1st and 10 from the Clipper 47-yard line.
I'm curious to see.
It was 28. It was number 28.
Yeah, that was Ben Dodge.
Ben Dodge,
yeah.
Yep.
So I think what you're going to see here is probably
we're going to see some
second-string offense.
Yep. And why not?
On such a hot day.
Hot day, 42-14. Give the starters a rush.
You don't want
right,
exactly.
Yeah, so let's call him out. We got number 50 coming to the field. Who's 50? 50 is Dan Locke, 57. He takes English or journalism with the very own Jack St. Jean.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well,
55.
Well, Eric Lefebvre is a starter, so
it
looks like the same offensive line is out there.
Charlie, faked handoff, pass in the middle, wide open to Chenard. He cuts across the middle, cutting back to the outside, still on his feet. Brought down at about the 20-yard line. Grizzlies 1st and 10.
That was a beautiful pass. Beautiful. I mean, right on the money.
Yeah.
I mean, perfect timing.
Scott, from the second half on, the Grizzlies are a different team. I mean, they are a great adjusting football team, and that is credit to the coaching staff.
I would agree. You have to make those adjustments, and one of the things that they did do is they put
Keith, quick pass out to Heidenreich, cutting back into the middle. He's still on his feet. Picked up of about 5 yards, perhaps 4 or 5 yards, Scott, I think.
Yeah, one of the things I noticed while I was watching during that third quarter was they had Poisson shadowing the quarterback.
Yeah.
And they didn't allow him to scramble as much.
4 yards of the play, 2nd and 6. from the 15-yard line.
It was good to see Evan Cuddy back in the game.
Yeah.
He was hurt in that first half.
And you know what? If it were me, I'd have him on the sideline the rest of the game now. I mean, no need to have him out there. Just under 11 minutes, 42-14. Keith to Stinnett, bumps to the outside. He's got a lot of room. He's cutting back to the middle, still on his feet. Looks like he's near the end zone. If he's in. Jack Stinnett, another touchdown.
Is that his third?
Game of the year for Stinnett.
So
we've got one for Stinnett. He's got the first touchdown.
yeah, I thought he had the first one.
And he has the 5th touchdown. Now he has the 7th touchdown.
Portsmouth 14.
Ball was at about the 13-yard line, right? 13
Yeah, so
yards.
Stinett's probably your difference maker this year,
Yes.
in my opinion.
And I mean,
Listen, we all know who you had for this
Yep.
team, but Stinnett has just stepped up in the
minute
biggest way.
for the extra point. Kick is up, maybe a little short, believe it. No, they're calling it good. Extra point's good. Wow.
Goffstown 49, Portsmouth 14.
Now, Justin Huff is not the type of coach to
49-14, wow.
I think now you'll start to see some different players
Well,
out
you're
there.
going to see some run play up the middle and
Yeah.
just running the
Yeah.
clock. It's going to be a quick fourth quarter, which is always nice, especially in this heat. But
So you'll see what, Handrahan at quarterback then,
But
if they do that?
I don't even know if they'll do that. They
who
might
plays
just have
backup?
Charlie. Yeah, it'll be Coleman as the backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Stinnett has 3 touchdowns on the day
yeah.
out of the 7. So we got to grab him at the end of the game for sure. I'm thinking him in Chenard, in Coleman. I think those 3 will be the 3 stars today.
I would agree.
Coleman has had a terrific game.
Yeah, Handrahan played really well. I didn't put any sunscreen on. My wife is going to kill me.
You look like you tan.
I do, but, I come home, I have a little bit of reddish. She gets so mad at me. And she even told me, she's like, make sure you put sunscreen on today. And I didn't.
Gibson, excellent kick, end over. Whoa, almost
Nice.
out of the hands of Booten. Booten's across the 20. He's up to the 25. He's, brought down right away. What number is that? That
40.
is 42.
Mason Albert.
Mason Albert. I thought I saw
Yeah.
43, and I was
Yeah.
thinking of Ian Ruthier. Remember Ian?
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
St. A's, right?
St. A's, what a
Yeah.
You talk about somebody who can tackle.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, the Grizzly linebacking legacy
So who's the
has been
linebacker?
strong.
Well, somebody should be asking who's the linebacker coach then, right? I don't know.
I-
We got to find that out.
Yeah,
right?
because the legacy of
Yeah.
that position. Now, it helps that Justin had a great older brother that wore the
right.
same number.
Right.
5'5", which he still plays rugby, and I bet you he's killing it over there, too.
This is tough. This new quarterback, 14. He's looking at the
This is a
Russo.
tough position.
He's looking at the plays. I mean, he isn't practicing.
Well, give him credit. Graham was doing the same thing. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah.
He's a sophomore quarterback. Portsmouth takes a timeout with 10 minutes on the clock as they trail 49-14.
The other one we put back into the studio already, the other case?
Actually, that's in my car, so I got it.
All right.
Would you give the iPad from anywhere on the field? That'd be awesome.
But you can't.
Hey, Scott, that last touchdown, that 13-yard run, was it a run or was it a pass? It was a run. That's what I thought.
And Portsmouth.
Charlie has 4 touchdowns, passing touchdowns on the day. I don't know if you realize that.
Number 72,
Did you catch that, Scott?
Dan Grivet.
Offside penalty against Goffstown.
Scott?
Yeah.
He's got 4 touchdowns.
Really?
Charlie Keith has 4 touchdowns. Stinnett has 3.
I got to say this, though, that when you throw the ball to number 9, Duval, and he makes like a crazy, it's like he throws the pass out the flat to for 10 yards, and the guy scores a touchdown.
Right.
Makes your stats look pretty good.
Right.
Andrew Duval's been a human highlight reel the last 4 games. Nice run.
Keeping it himself, almost clotheslined right there. Still on his feet just right in front of us here at the 48-yard line. Brought down by Albert. Good gain on the play by Russo. Brings up a first down for the Clippers. 1st and 10, 9:30 on the clock in the game.
You know, I don't know who tried to do. I don't know if that was St. Ange or not. Who threw that? Like try to not wrap up, but try to give the forearm knockout. But you got to wrap up.
Handoff this time right across. Picked up about 9 yards on the play. Keeping the clock moving, which is really good.
And that was a good wrap up by Andrew Bird Diaz. Perfect tackle.
Tackle by number 32, Andrew Diaz. Gain of 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 1 from the 44-yard line.
So you're seeing some different players for Goffstown. Bird Diaz is in the game with a nice tackle on that last play.
Is KK Tor picking up first down
And Mason,
across the 40.
Mason Albert and Josh Juno were on that one.
Is Josh Juno, number 34. He's probably the next in line at running back.
Running back, yeah.
He did some running last year for the Grizzlies. Did a good job. Baxter is still in, number 51. That's Cam Kozak. He's a junior, 5'11", 207 in linebacking. Quick pass out.
Nope.
Intended. Top of the screen, receiver. That's number 15. That's to Madden. That was incomplete. 8 minutes on the clock. Clock is still going. I don't know why. It was an incomplete pass. Right?
Yeah.
2nd and 10 from the Goffstown 40-yard line.
Yeah. Scott, wasn't that incomplete pass?
You are right. There was something weird there.
Is it running time at a certain?
It might be if there's a certain differential in the score.
Quick little option play to KK Tor, brought down by Colby Putnam. He's out at about the 39-yard line.
If I'm not mistaken, if there's a certain differential.
4 or 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, then the clock always runs.
Okay, good.
Doesn't
That's
matter.
what it is. Yeah.
It's almost like.
It's a mercy rule.
Yeah, type of thing.
Yeah. Just get it over with as quick as you can.
Yeah.
3rd down and 10 from the Goffstown 40-yard line.
I mean, you still have the play clock type of thing, but you don't have the clock keeps going.
Right. Yeah, so, Scott, if my numbers add up, I got Keith with 4 touchdowns, Duvall with 1, Shenad with 1, and Stinnett.
3.
3, yeah.
72 got in there pretty good.
Pass is incomplete.
Jack Russo's pass intended for number 86.
It's tough for Russo because he was able to break containment, but he's got to be able to set his feet to throw the ball, and it's one of the hardest things for a quarterback to do is to throw the ball on the run.
Well, yeah.
And
what I hate to see is running on the opposite direction.
Yeah.
If you're a righty and you got to roll left. 6:30 on the clock. Grizzlies lead 49-14.
4th and 10. They've got to go for it, obviously. Steve Carell is the play, I guess.
Russo taking his time in the pocket, rolling to the top of the screen to his left. Boy, great pressure by Putnam to force him out of bounds.
Give that play to the secondary. They covered the receiver so well that there was nothing.
Nowhere where Russo could go.
Yeah.
Goffstown will take over on downs. 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Trevor, safety.
Reluctantly crash at the starting line. Engines pumping, but anytime the green light flashes, the flag go up, churning and burning.
So, Alan, what do we have up next on the hit parade for games? Is it Central, or let me check my
I'm not sure.
Got to check my schedule.
You got a handy-dandy schedule there?
I got it here somewhere. I got all these cards in my wallet.
Panera Bread card.
I got that as a birthday
Hey, here's
gift.
a public service announcement. Is your ID a real ID so that you can travel?
No, it's not.
Oh, I just got mine renewed, and mine is a real ID.
I'll tell you a story quickly about
that. Was that Juno with the handoff?
Oh, we are traveling, my friend.
Yeah, that's Juneau.
Oh, we got 2 tough games coming up here.
Yeah, I think we have
Winnicott.
I was going to say
At Winnicott.
Winnicott and then Bedford.
we play Bedford. Wow, and then after
Bedford's
that, Central.
here. Bedford's here.
Yeah, I know that, but we
Yeah,
got
so
3.
Winnicott, is it a Friday night next
Yep,
Friday?
Friday
I love
night.
Friday games.
So we got so let's talk Real ID, right? So I get my license, right?
Yep.
Alan, I'm telling you, I bring everything under the sun.
You
down
probably
there.
missed something.
And so I bring my social security card, right?
Yeah.
They say, well, it's too tattered, not good.
You got to get a
I'm like,
fresh one.
So I'm like, forget it. I have a passport.
Yeah.
I'm good enough.
But now what's a hassle is if you have to fly to Florida or New York, you're going to need a passport.
yeah, I
Still
have
on his feet across the 50. It's a fumble. Ball is still loose, wrapped up. Clippers showing a little life.
it was almost as if they called the ball down around the 49-yard line.
That was number 10 on the recovery. That's Paul Grimes.
Not quite sure who fumbled. Was it Juneau that had the ball?
I don't know. We were too busy talking about
the Real ID.
Real ID.
Well, we're down to 4 minutes here. 49-14. Nice commanding 20. That's 25-point lead there,
Yeah.
Scott. That's
pretty commanding.
That's pretty commanding.
So anyway, I ended up getting I got that passport card.
Oh, sure.
So I got
so
that.
that's good.
Yeah, so I don't have to carry a passport.
Right.
But it was typical a DMV experience. You know, I waited for like an hour,
Yep.
and then I literally brought so much with me,
It wasn't
and
enough.
it wasn't the one thing. Well, I did bring it, but it was tattered. Wow, what a hit!
Finished on the play. Great hit by 43. That's Jeffrey. Is it Hager? Heger. Heger.
Hager,
Great
Hagar.
tackle. Woo. Good job, Legacy, wearing that number. Ian would be proud. Ian Ruthier.
Now, what year is
He's a
he in?
sophomore at 5'11", 175.
All right.
That's a good show of Legacy with that jersey. Little pitch out
Nice,
to the right side. Oh, Juneau's right there. Swallowed him up.
nice block by number 2. Who's that for the Clippers? He had a really nice.
Number 2, Isaiah Barber.
Yeah, he had a real good block to spring him.
5 yards on the play. 3rd and 9 from the Goffstown 25-yard line.
Poor quarterback for Portsmouth. You see him over there with the ice on his
Yeah.
chin. Hopefully he's okay. Jack Russo, he breaks a few, and he picks up probably 8 or 9 yards, Alan.
Yep.
He has a first down, I think. Yep, he does.
Good for a Portsmouth first down.
You know, I do like to see the heart of a team like Portsmouth, what they're doing. You know, they're down obviously by a big score, but
Yeah.
they're not giving up. You
No.
know, and that's good. They put up a good fight against Goffstown. I'll tell you, I got a little nervous in that first half, only up by 6 points. I mean,
Yeah, that was a little
And-
eerie. Russo rolling to his right, under pursuit, a flag on the play, pass is complete. Pickup of about 2 to 3 yards on the
think
play.
typically
Tackle,
that's
but
a
a fumble.
that's typically a hold when
Mason Albert on the tackle.
Flag on the play.
it is a
Yep.
hold.
Holding against Portsmouth.
But it did stop the clock now. So it's interesting that
I got to let Kevin know that
It's interesting that the clock stopped.
on a flag, maybe.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, I think on a flag.
Well, Scott, one piece of I'm not a doctor, but he is talking.
Yeah, that's good.
It can't be a broken jar if you're talking as
Yeah.
easily as he is, so that's good.
right.
But he won't be eating an apple this weekend. I don't think.
Good player.
Great player.
Yeah.
Goffstown 29-yard line.
1st and 25 for the Clippers as they trail by 25 here late afternoon at Grizzly Den. A steamy Grizzly Den today. Russo keeps it himself around the edge. Looking to get around. He's out of bounds.
Number 14,
Clock will keep running.
Jack Russo on the carry.
Yeah, it's a pretty big differential. 35-point differential at this point. Yeah.
Again, Albert. Oh, 35. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was saying 25. It's
Yeah.
35.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. That's
35. That's just a ton.
Rolling to his left is Russo. He's looking deep. He's under pursuit. Ball is up into the end zone. Knocked down by the Grizzlies. That's going to probably bring up one more play. So, Scott, I'm thinking we want to talk to Coleman, Stinnett, and Chenard. What do you say?
I agree.
Coleman for his pick six.
I think we did talk to Stinnett, didn't we? Or we
No,
tried to? Oh,
no,
we never
we tried to.
tried. Did we get snubbed, I think, on that one, right? They went for Hollywood. They went for ESPN.
Yeah.
They went for Hollywood.
And
What are you
someone
gonna do?
else did too.
What? Yeah.
After he said he didn't want to talk to us.
He is. Listen, all I know
We got
is
snubbed.
that he's.
We got the Heisman. He gave us
What's that?
the Heisman is
Yeah,
this.
what's that thing like they said in The Godfather? You're dead to me, son.
You're dead to me.
You're dead to me.
Okay, let's wrap it up. 35-point victory for the Grizzlies. We weren't surprised, but we were a little shocked by the first half. Grizzlies win 49-14. Folks, tune in next week, Friday night game against Winnicott Warriors.
Will be a tough one. We'll be there.
Fans, Grizzly Nation, congratulations. Scoreboard. Oh, they turned it off 49-14. And this young man, 3 touchdowns. You're one of the stars of the game, Carter. Great job. Jack, one of the stars of the game. Great job. Looks like 2 rushing touchdowns and 1 receiving touchdown.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what you were thinking about going into the game.
I was just going to follow my blockers to start and find holes and then make sure I hit them.
Yep. The last touchdown of the game, you had a 13-yard touchdown run, which was awfully nice towards the end of the game. Anything to say about that one?
I saw a guy coming at me at an angle, so I just stopped. Then he flew by me, and I just walked it in.
Awesome. Well, listen, you ended the game like you started the game. Off of an interception by Andrew Duval, you got a nice 18-yard pass from Charlie.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. So you're chosen as one of the stars of the game. Thank you so much, and congratulations to you and all the Grizzlies.
All right, thank
Good
you
job,
so
man.
much.
Welcome, Grizzly Nation. Stars of the game, Carter Chenard. Carter, congratulations to you and all the Grizzlies.
Thank you.
Nice game. Great job on defense in that D-back position, but also it was a nice receiving touchdown. So I have to ask, because we were talking in the broadcast, it looked like it was an overthrown pass to Jared, which is hard to overthrow a guy over 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, I didn't even see you. I thought it was overthrown, and then all of a sudden you came like out of the sideline. Was it an overthrown pass and you happened to be there, or was it a pass to you from the beginning?
So we were talking about this at a halftime, and I was like, Charlie, was that like to me or not? And he's like, yeah, I don't know, honestly. Like, he just threw it to me. I mean,
Fantastic. Always the quarterback. Of course I was throwing it to you, right?
Yeah.
But either way, man, that was a great play. Great job on defense. Great tackles today. It's just a great overall victory. I think a lot of us suspected the win against the Clippers, but the first half wasn't really going the way that we thought it was going to go. And then you guys came back. Kudos to the coaching staff. Make adjustments at the half, and you came out like men playing against boys. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job to you and all the Grizzlies. Welcome, Grizzly Nation. Here we are, one of our stars of the game. Congratulations to Coleman Hanahan and all the Grizzlies.
Thank you.
Great job. I mean, what an exciting play, that pick six.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're playing video games, you want the pick six. When you play your fantasy football D-back, you want a pick six. Well, all of a sudden, you actually got a pick six. Tell us a little bit about that play.
I just read the quarterback's eyes and went and picked it off.
So is that's the key. I've never played football. I've never played D-back. That's the key. Focus on the quarterback's eyes.
Yeah, if he turned up and looked over there, that's why.
Yep.
I got,
it seemed like this quarterback, Graham, was a very elusive quarterback.
Yeah, he's fast.
But very patient. Correct me if I'm wrong, but was it the first time the Grizzlies saw a pocket passer like that? Very patient and willing to pass.
Yeah, he's willing to pass, and then he's willing to scramble too. So
yep. Andrew Duval got an interception. You got a pick six. So and then on defense, I mean, it seemed like you were everywhere, not just on interception, but on the tackles. You were, from the beginning, we were talking about some of the miscues, and it looked like the Grizzlies were missing some tackles and they were going high.
Yeah.
But from the very beginning, you were tackling nice and low, and you had those tackles, and they weren't getting away from you.
Thank you.
So congratulations to you and all the Grizzlies.
Thank you.
You're one of the stars of the game.
Thank you.
Good job.